Tonight is not about fixing you or trying to turn you into someone different. It is about gently reminding your body and mind how natural deep rest already is for you. As you lie here supported by this bed, wrapped in the quiet of this moment, you are not being asked to do anything perfectly. You are simply being invited to remember a state that your system already knows by heart. This time is not just sleep time. It is a soft, private resetting of inner safety, a quiet rearranging of the way tomorrow will feel inside your chest, inside your thoughts, inside the way you move through your day. You don't have to try to relax. You don't have to force anything to change. You are simply allowing something that is built into you to come forward. Think of all the times in your life when sleep came over you without effort, when your eyes grew heavy on the couch in front of a familiar show, or when you drifted off as a passenger in a car, the world moving gently by while you floated in that drowsy in-between. Those moments are proof that your body can change state very quickly when it feels supported, when it senses that for now, nothing more is being asked of it. Tonight, that same natural shift is beginning again, only this time it is intentional, kind, and directed toward a new normal for you. While you lie here, simply listening and imagining, your deeper mind starts to quietly rearrange the pieces of the day. It files away the noise, softens the sharp edges of certain memories, and highlights small, calm moments that might have gone unseen. You may not notice the exact second when this begins. You may simply realize tomorrow that something inside you feels softer, safer, more at ease than it did before. We know the body responds to cues of safety, small signals that say, "You can settle, now you are allowed to rest." The weight of the blankets, the familiar darkness of the room, the steady presence of this voice keeping you company. All of these are simple, powerful cues. Many people notice that over a few nights, their system starts to recognize this ritual, and the transition into rest becomes easier, more automatic, like slipping into a well-worn path that leads straight into comfort. You've already had nights where you suddenly felt sleepy and safe for no particular reason, when your mind loosened its grip all at once and your body gave in to the pull of rest. Those nights are not accidents. They are evidence that your nervous system can relax more quickly than your conscious mind expects. Tonight, instead of waiting for that feeling to surprise you, we are gently inviting it in, welcoming it as a familiar guest. You don't have to track how it happens. You don't have to measure whether you are doing it right. You can simply let the process unfold in the background. As you lie here, you might imagine that your deeper mind is quietly tending to you like a kind presence, straightening the room of your inner world while you rest. It doesn't argue with your thoughts. It doesn't judge your day. It simply rearranges things so that calm, safety, and ease are a little closer to the front when morning comes. You may wake to the same surroundings, the same responsibilities, yet feel a subtle difference, as though a small knot inside has loosened, as though your inner setting has been turned one click more toward peace. And if you'd like more nights like this, you can choose to subscribe for nightly sessions and gently affirm your intention by commenting, "I am ready to rewire." Then, with nothing else to do, simply return your attention to this moment, to the simple fact that you are here being cared for by the quiet. Even if part of you is still alert, wondering how this works, another part of you is already softening into the knowing that tonight your only job is to rest, while your deeper mind begins to make calm your new normal. As you continue to lie here, there is nothing you need to change, nothing you need to control, just a gentle invitation to notice what is already happening inside you. Bring your awareness softly toward the center of your chest, as if you were turning your attention toward a quiet room in your own home. You don't have to see anything clearly. You don't have to feel anything dramatic. You are simply noticing that this central space exists right here within you. Within, there is often a subtle movement here, a quiet rise and fall, a gentle shifting that has been going on all day, whether you were paying attention to it or not. Imagine that in the middle of your chest, there's a small, calm tide water moving in and out along a peaceful shore, never in a rush, never forcing, just following its own natural rhythm. You might sense a very subtle expansion and softening, then a returning, a gathering in like the ocean leaning in to kiss the sand and then retreating with a soft whisper. You do not need to make this rhythm happen. It is already there, an ancient pattern that has carried you through every moment of your life. Right now, you are simply choosing to be gently curious about it. If it helps, you can imagine a faint, warm glow resting in this area, like a small lantern placed behind your breastbone, casting a soft, golden light through your chest. It doesn't have to be bright. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just exists there, steady and kind. As you notice this glow, you might sense a subtle warmth spreading into the surrounding space, a gentle radiance that begins to touch the inner edges of your ribs, the front of your spine, the base of your throat. There is nothing you need to do with this light except allow it to be there like a friendly presence. We often forget how sensitive this area is to the signals of our day, how it tightens when we hurry, protects itself when we feel threatened, and quietly softens when it senses safety. Tonight, in this bed with the outside world kept at a distance, your chest can begin to decode a different kind of message. The weight of the blankets, the stillness of the room, the continuity of this soothing voice all whisper to that space in your chest. It's okay now. Nothing urgent. You are safe enough to let go. Your body hears that, even if your mind is still catching up. Allow a feeling of quiet appreciation to gather in this glowing center. It doesn't have to be big or emotional. It can be as small as a tiny nod of gratitude for this bed that holds you, for the roof that protects you from the night, for the simple opportunity to rest after a long day. Maybe you appreciate one person in your life who has been kind to you. Maybe you appreciate a small memory, a warm drink, a laugh. You shared a moment of stillness you once had in nature. Whatever feels easiest is enough. Let that small appreciation drift down into the glow in your chest, as if you are feeding it a gentle, loving fuel. As that appreciation settles there, you may begin to sense the rhythm in your chest becoming just a little smoother, a little more harmonious. Imagine your thoughts, your emotions, and this warm, glowing center all beginning to move in the same soft pattern, like instruments in an orchestra gradually tuning themselves to the same note. Even if your mind still wanders, even if your emotions are mixed, the simple act of returning your attention here again and again begins to teach your system a new inner coordination. You are quietly saying, "This is the place where we unify. This is the place where we come back to okay." You have had moments before where you felt quietly okay, even if your life wasn't perfect. Maybe you were sitting on a couch with someone you trust, not needing to talk, just sharing space. Maybe you were walking outside on a calm day, noticing the sky, the trees, the way the ground felt beneath your feet. Perhaps you remember a peaceful afternoon, a time when you were doing something simple and familiar, and for a little while, there was no pressure on you to be anything other than what you were. When you bring these small memories into your awareness now, they are not just thoughts. They are proof that calm is a real state your body knows very well. Let one of those moments float into your awareness now very softly, as if you are watching it on a gentle inner screen. Notice where you were, what you were doing, how your body felt. Maybe your shoulders were softer, your jaw at ease, your eyes less guarded. Notice how the center of your chest might have felt, then perhaps more open, less tight, more spacious. You don't need to recreate it perfectly. Simply by remembering, you are inviting your body to recognize that state again. Every time you recall one of these small, calm moments, you are sending your body the message you can settle now. You remember how. Imagine that the warm glow in your chest responds to these memories, growing a little more stable, like a candle flame sheltered from the wind. With each gentle return of your attention to this place, the inner tide becomes smoother, the light becomes steadier, and your system begins to trust that nothing threatening is happening right now. We know that the body responds quickly to feelings of genuine safety, sometimes faster than the mind can explain. Here in this quiet, your body is beginning to receive that message in a language it understands: warmth, softness, rhythm, and gentle appreciation. You might notice a sense of soft heaviness beginning to spread outward from your chest, like a cozy blanket being unfolded from that central point. It drapes over your ribs, down into your stomach, up into your shoulders, and along your upper arms. This heaviness is not oppressive, it is comforting, like being held. The more you allow yourself to feel supported by this inner weight, the more your muscles can release their need to stay on guard. Your chest, which may have been subtly braced all day, starts to loosen as if you've been holding something for a long time and are finally setting it down. In this gentle state, your thoughts may still wander, and that is perfectly normal. Some may try to revisit conversations, plans, or worries. When they do, you don't have to argue with them. Let each thought pass through this warm, glowing center in your chest, as if it's drifting through a field of soft light. The light doesn't push the thought away. It simply surrounds it, slows it down, and lets it drift by. Meanwhile, your chest continues its quiet rhythm. Your inner tide continues its gentle pattern. Even when thoughts move quickly, the center of you can remain slow and steady, like a calm lake beneath a shifting sky. We often live as if our thoughts are in one world, our emotions in another, and our body in a third. Here in this moment, you are inviting these three to gather in one place, this warm, steady center. Imagine your thoughts as small birds that have been flying in all directions all day now, gradually returning to a single welcoming tree in your chest. Imagine your emotions as currents of water flowing back into a peaceful pool at your center. You don't have to control the birds or the water. You are simply giving them a home base, a place to rest. Notice if any part of this feels even slightly soothing. It may be a faint sense of ease, a tiny softening in the middle of your chest, a small sense that you are not as alone inside as you sometimes feel. That is enough. The nervous system responds to even the smallest signals of safety, and those tiny signals build on each other. Your awareness resting here, your willingness to feel warmth or appreciation, your choice to recall gentle memories. These are all small threads that together are weaving a new pattern of inner safety. Imagine now that the warm glow in your chest starts to pulse very softly, like a cat purring somewhere deep inside you. This purr is not loud. It's a gentle vibration, a feeling of comfort that spreads outward in slow waves. Each quiet pulse says the same thing. You are here. You are safe enough. You can let go just a little more. These pulses move through your chest, into your shoulders, down your arms, and into your hands, relaxing places that didn't even realize they were holding on. The same soft pulses move downward into your stomach, your back, your hips, teaching your whole body a new rhythm of calm. You might imagine that each part of your body is listening to this subtle inner rhythm, as if your chest were a conductor guiding the rest of you into harmony. Your shoulders take the cue and release some of their tightness. Your arms respond by becoming heavier and more at rest. Your torso responds by loosening and spreading into the support beneath you. Bit by bit, your body begins to sync with the message coming from your chest. Nothing to fight. Nothing to chase. This is a time for softness. If you notice any areas that still feel tense or guarded, you don't need to force them to relax. Instead, imagine the warm glow in your chest, sending a gentle wave of kindness toward those spots. Perhaps your neck, your back, or your stomach receives this wave like a quiet reassurance that it is safe to ease up at its own pace. There is no rush. There is no pressure. The simple presence of this calm center is enough to begin changing the tone inside you. Over time, the body learns to trust what is consistent. And right now, the consistent thing is this quiet warmth, this steady inner rhythm. You may recall another small moment of calm from your life. Maybe a time you were sitting in a cafe, watching people pass by feeling no urgency. Or a moment when you lay in bed on a day off, knowing you didn't have to get up quickly. Perhaps you remember lying on grass looking at the sky, nothing in particular to do. Let one such memory drift closer now and let your chest respond to it. Notice again how calm isn't a fantasy. It is a real state you have lived, a state your body can return to. Each remembered moment is another message, another soft signal. This is possible. This is familiar. You can settle. As you rest with this awareness, it is as if your thoughts begin to slow down to match the gentle pace of your chest. They no longer rush past. They float. Your emotions, even if they are complex, begin to smooth out around the edges like waves calming after a storm. Your body, feeling the consistency of this warm center, begins to understand that for now, it no longer needs to be in defense mode. We know the nervous system can shift when it feels truly supported, and right now, you are surrounding it with signs of support, physical, emotional, and mental. Imagine that the room itself is cooperating with this process. The darkness is kind. The silence is protective. The bed is a safe raft carrying you on a gentle sea. At the center of that raft inside your chest, the glowing light continues to shine. It doesn't flicker out when your mind drifts. It doesn't disappear if you lose focus for a moment. It is loyal, steady, patient. Every time you notice it again, it grows more familiar, as if you are greeting a trusted friend. This familiarity is what allows your system to say more easily each time, "Yes, we know this place. We can rest here." Your thoughts may still rise and fall like distant waves, but they are no longer the main thing. The main thing now is this sense of rhythm and warmth inside you. Feel how soothing it is to let something simple become the center of your attention. A gentle motion, a quiet glow, a subtle feeling of appreciation. There is a natural intelligence in your body that knows how to respond to this. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to name it. You just let it happen. If at any point you notice your mind wandering back to worries, simply let those worries drift across the surface of this warm center, like leaves on slow-moving water. They may pass by, but they do not disturb the depths. Beneath them, the quiet pulse continues. The glow remains. With each return of your awareness to this place, the message of safety becomes a little clearer, a little louder, and your body receives it more fully. In this way, your thoughts, your emotions, and your body sensations are gradually beginning to speak the same language. The language of, I am safe now. I am allowed to rest. Even if part of you still feels uncertain, another part is already responding, already softening, already learning this new inner rhythm. You are not forcing anything. You are allowing something natural to rise from within you. And as this gentle coherence builds, it quietly opens the door for the rest of you to follow into deeper stillness, deeper comfort, and deeper rest. From this warm, steady center in your chest, your awareness can begin to travel gently through the rest of your body, like a soft wave of ease moving slowly from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. There is nothing to do, nothing to get right. You are simply noticing, and as you notice, the day begins to melt away from each place you visit. Imagine just for a moment a tender light above you, like the soft glow of evening sunlight resting at the very top of your head. It doesn't force its way in. It just touches your scalp with a quiet, golden kindness. Feel this gentle presence at the crown of your head, as if a warm hand were hovering just above, offering comfort without needing to press. The muscles of your scalp, which may have been subtly tense from thinking, focusing, reacting all day, begin to loosen. Any tightness at the top of your head softens as though the light is smoothing away small knots you didn't even know were there. Your forehead feels this too. The space between your eyebrows, often creased with effort or concern, slowly loosens as if a tiny weight has been lifted. Let your brows spread and widen like clouds parting in a quiet sky. The muscles around your eyes, which have worked so hard today, looking at screens, scanning the world, reading faces and words, can now let go. Imagine a cool, soothing cloth resting over your eyes, or the feeling of closing them against gentle darkness that asks nothing of you. The tiny muscles around your eyelids, your temples, and the corners of your eyes relax, releasing the need to stay so sharply alert. Your eyes can simply rest in their sockets, floating in ease. Notice your cheeks now, the way they sit on your face. Perhaps they carried traces of forced smiles, unspoken words, held in emotions throughout the day. Imagine that same soft light pouring down over your cheeks, softening them, letting them fall into their natural shape. The area around your nose relaxes the bridge, the sides, the base. Even the inside of your sinuses can feel as if they are opening a little, becoming less tight, more spacious and clear. Your lips, too, begin to lose their grip. Any tension that held them pressed together or pulled at the corners quietly releases, leaving your mouth resting easily. Now bring your attention to your jaw, a place that so often carries the weight of the day. Notice if there is any clenching, any holding, any subtle hardness there. You do not need to change it by force. Instead, imagine that warm evening light flowing into the hinges of your jaw like liquid comfort. Feel the hinges soften the muscles along the sides of your face, loosening their hold. It is as if your jaw unhooks from the day itself, no longer needing to grasp or bite down on anything. Your teeth rest a little apart, or just gently meet whatever is most effortless. Your tongue settles softly in your mouth, no longer pressing against the roof or the back of your teeth, just resting in its natural cradle. As your face relaxes, imagine that you are taking off an invisible mask you have worn all day. The expressions, the roles, the guarding. Beneath that mask is a simpler, more peaceful you. The you that belongs only to this moment, in this bed, in this quiet. Your whole face feels softer now, as if the light has smoothed it with gentle hands, and the expression you wear now is the expression of rest. Let your awareness drift down to the back of your head, noticing how it is supported. Feel the contact between your skull and the pillow, or whatever surface is beneath you. Allow yourself to feel fully supported there, as though the pillow rises up to meet your head, carrying all its weight, so that no muscle has to do that job. The weight of your head sinks a little deeper, surrendering to this support, and as it does, the back of your neck responds. Sense your neck now, this slender, strong bridge that has held your head upright for you all day. It has turned, nodded, shaken, leaned forward, held tension without complaint. In this moment, it no longer needs to hold anything up. Imagine your neck melting into the space beneath it, as if the surface below is molding itself around your curves, filling any gaps, making a perfect cradle. Any stiffness in the back of your neck, at the sides, or at the base of your skull begins to melt like ice, slowly turning into water in the warmth. As your neck releases, the relaxation spills into your throat. The front of your neck, which might have felt tight from talking, swallowing speaking words that were easy, or words that were hard, now loosens. The pathway inside feels more open, more unhindered, as if you could sigh without effort, as if your communication center is being held in a gentle, understanding hand. You don't need to speak now. You don't need to respond or perform. This part of you can rest completely. Let this soft wave of ease move down into your shoulders. Your shoulders have likely carried more than you realize today, not just physical weight, but invisible burdens, responsibilities, expectations, worries. For a moment, imagine that the bed beneath you is like a soft, supportive sand dune. As your shoulders rest on it, the sand shapes itself around them, holding them, taking their weight. You might sense your shoulders gently dropping away from your ears, sliding a little deeper into support, as if they are setting down invisible bags they've been holding for too long. Feel into the tops of your shoulders, the front, the back, and the space between your shoulder blades. Imagine the warm light from above flowing through these areas, dissolving any tightness, any lingering brace. The area between your shoulder blades, a place that often tightens from leaning forward or carrying stress, begins to widen and soften, as if someone is gently placing a flat, warm hand there, inviting the muscles to spread and relax. Your upper back feels broader, more open, more settled against the surface beneath you. Now, let your attention drift into your upper arms. Feel how they are lying, whether by your sides across your body or in another position that feels natural. Imagine a pleasant heaviness beginning at the tops of your arms, flowing slowly down toward your elbows. The muscles there, which may have worked, lifted, reached, typed, or carried, loosen and lengthen. It is as if the bones of your arms are being wrapped in soft cotton, snug and safe held and cushioned, are being gently magnetized toward the bed. Feel the weight of your forearms resting, and notice how they no longer feel poised for action. They are in a state of complete permission to be still. The space inside your forearms, all the tiny structures that helped you move and grip throughout the day, can now hum quietly in rest, doing their natural repair work without your conscious involvement. Bring your awareness into your hands now, such faithful servants of your day. Notice each hand where it rests on the bed, on the blanket against your body, and imagine that a gentle warmth is pooling there like a small, cozy pocket of comfort. Your hands may feel slightly warmer or simply more distant and heavy, the muscles in your palms unwinding. Each finger from the base to the tip is invited to release. You might imagine your fingers as petals on a flower after a breeze has passed. They settle into a natural, relaxed position, no longer gripping, no longer reaching. Notice the tiny joints in your fingers, the knuckles that have bent and straightened countless times. Let the light soften them as if it's sliding into each joint, making everything smooth and easy. The backs of your hands, the skin over your knuckles, the spaces between your fingers. Each area is allowed to rest deeply now. Your hands are in a position that asks nothing of them, and they respond by letting go even more. There is something very soothing about feeling your hands fully relaxed. It signals to your whole being that you are off duty, that the work of doing is paused, and the state of simply being is welcomed. Allow your awareness to move back to the center of your chest for a moment, noticing that warm glow still present there, steady and kind. From this center, the wave of relaxation continues down into your torso. Feel the gentle softening around your collarbones, the upper chest relaxing, letting go of any subtle armor it might have been holding. The front of your rib cage loosens, no longer needing to stay lifted or braced. Imagine the spaces between your ribs opening like the slats of a window blind, slowly tilting, letting in more softness, more room. As the muscles around your ribs soften, it feels as if your torso is widening and spreading comfortably into the mattress. You are no longer trying to hold yourself in or up. The sides of your rib cage, the back of your ribs against the bed, all become more at ease. You might sense a feeling of spaciousness inside, as if there is more room for your inner organs to rest, more room for your heart and your deeper self to be held without pressure. Hold it in no need to make it look a certain way. This is your private sanctuary where your body can take up all the space it needs. Feel your belly resting the front of it soft and yielding the sides, and deep core unwinding. Imagine that warm light filling your abdomen, washing through all the intricate systems there, offering peace and quiet. Notice the lower part of your back as well, the lumbar region that often works hard to stabilize and support you. Imagine that the bed beneath you is like a soft, supportive sand dune here too, rising up to meet the curve of your lower back, filling in the hollow so that you are cradled rather than suspended. The muscles alongside your spine feel this support and begin to release as if they no longer have to grip so tightly. The entire midsection of your body, front, sides, and back, is now resting in a deeper way, fully allowed to be heavy and still. Now, bring your attention to your hips, the strong foundations of your body. Feel the points where your hips meet the bed, where your weight is transferred into support. Imagine your hips sinking deeply into the surface beneath you, as if the mattress is a warm, yielding sand dune that shapes itself perfectly around you, holding you in place with gentle firmness. Any stiffness or tightness in the hip joints begins to dissolve like knots in soft clay being smoothed by careful hands. Let the easing in your hips flow into your pelvis. The muscles in this area, which often carry hidden tension, are now being quietly reassured there is no need to hold on so tightly. The entire basin of your pelvis feels heavy, supported, and secure, as if it is resting in a soft, protective bowl. This sense of being held at your center sends a strong message of safety to your whole nervous system. It tells your body you are anchored, you are supported, you can let go. From your hips, the wave of relaxation moves into your upper legs. Feel your thighs, the front and the back, the outer and inner sides. Imagine that the muscles here are releasing layer by layer, like a tightly wound fabric slowly unrolling. Your thighs grow warm and heavy, sinking into the bed. They no longer need to be ready to move you, to climb, to rush. They are simply resting long and loose, draped over the mattress. As the relaxation flows into your knees, you may sense them softening, no longer locked or subtly tense. The backs of your knees, often overlooked, are gently releasing too, like doors swinging open. Your lower legs, your calves and shins follow, relaxing more and more. Imagine your calves being gently wrapped in a cozy, invisible blanket, one that supports every contour, making them feel weightless and yet deeply held at the same time. Any residual tightness drains away as if it is sinking from your upper body through your legs and out. Bring your attention to your ankles now. These small but important joints that have carried you step by step through your day. Imagine the warm light reaching them, easing any tension around the bones, the tendons, the delicate structures there. Your ankles soften, no longer braced, no longer ready for impact. They are at complete rest, cradled by the bed or blanket. Finally, let your awareness flow down into your feet. Feel the tops of your feet, the arches, the heels, and the balls of your feet. These parts of you touch the earth every day, receiving and releasing impact, adjusting to surfaces, holding you steady. In this moment, they need hold nothing. Imagine each foot resting as if it is being gently held in warm hands, or nestled into soft, comforting sand that supports every curve. The soles of your feet sigh into this support, and the tiny muscles there relax, letting go of the day. Turn your attention to your toes. Now each one a small knot of sensation that can release. Picture each toe gently letting go one by one, like little knots becoming untied or like petals settling after a breeze has passed. The big toe, the second, the third, the fourth, the little one. All of them are invited to rest, to become heavy, to become still. There is a sense that even the smallest parts of you are receiving permission to relax, to be cared for, to be included in this wave of ease. Notice the overall feeling of your body now, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. You are more connected to the surface beneath you, more held, more supported. Tiny releases in your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, your abdomen, your hips, Your feet have added up, creating a larger sense of relaxation throughout you. The day has been gradually melting away piece by piece as you brought your attention kindly to each area. You may sense a gentle heaviness, as if your body is sinking slightly deeper, merging with the bed, becoming one with the safety of this moment. If you notice any remaining pockets of tension, perhaps in your face or neck or back, you do not need to do anything about them. Simply acknowledge them and let the warm light from your chest and from above drift toward them, like soft mist settling over a landscape. Even if they do not release completely right now, just being seen with kindness begins to soften them. Your body understands that this is a time of rest, not of demand. It hears your intention and responds in its own wise way. From head to toe, you are now resting more deeply in yourself. You are supported by the bed, held by the night, carried by something larger than your individual effort. Your muscles have been given the message that they can stand down from their posts, that they can unwind and restore. Your entire system is slowly shifting from doing to being, from guarding to trusting, from tension to ease. And in this softened, supported state, you're perfectly prepared to let go even more, to allow your thoughts and emotions to loosen their grip, knowing that your body has already begun to sink into the safety of true rest. Now that your body is more settled, you may notice that your mind is still doing what minds do, commenting, remembering, planning, circling around certain thoughts. This is not a problem. You are not doing anything wrong. In fact, noticing that your mind is still active is a sign that you are aware that you are present and that part of you is learning how to rest even while thoughts continue to move. Tonight is not about stopping your mind. It is about gently changing your relationship to it. Instead of needing it to be silent, you are allowed to let it talk in the background while you sink into a deeper quiet beneath it. If thoughts appear, they are simply leftover echoes of the day. Some might replay conversations, some might rehearse tomorrow's tasks, some might bring up old memories that seem to come from nowhere. Each time one appears, you can imagine it as a small cloud entering a wide evening sky. The sky does not strain or react. It simply allows the cloud to drift across. You are that sky. Your thoughts are the clouds. They may gather, they may thin out, they may change shape, but the sky remains open, stable, undisturbed at its core, wandered into view. It may seem large at wandered into view. It may seem large at first, but if you keep your attention gentle and wide, you will notice that it moves. Clouds always move, even if slowly. Your thoughts are like that too. They may feel solid, but they are made of passing energy. You are allowed to watch them come and go without needing to climb into them. You can also imagine that just outside this room, there is a sturdy shelf or a peaceful box with a lid that closes easily. Any worry, task, or unfinished story that your mind brings, you can be placed there for safekeeping. You might picture yourself calmly and kindly taking that thought in your hands, thanking it for trying to protect you or remind you, and then setting it on the shelf or placing it in the box and gently closing the lid. You are not throwing it away. You are simply saying, "Not now. You can wait until tomorrow. Right now, I am resting." Notice how it feels inside your body when you place something on that imaginary shelf. Maybe your chest feels slightly lighter, your shoulders a bit softer, your stomach a little less tight. Your system understands that you have acknowledged what matters but chosen to give it a different time. You've already carried these concerns all day. They know the shape of your attention. Tonight, you are allowed to put them down. If your mind brings the same concern back again, that is okay. You can patiently place it on the shelf again, like returning a book to its home. We all have nights where the mind keeps talking, where it seems louder in the dark than it was in the light. This doesn't mean you are broken or failing at rest. It simply means your mind is used to being in charge, used to solving and predicting and analyzing. Right now, you are gently teaching it that there is another intelligence in you, the intelligence of the body, of the heart, of the deeper mind that knows how to restore you without all that effort. The mind may grumble at first, but as you consistently offer it kindness and boundaries, it learns that it can relax too. You've already done enough for one day. You've made it through conversations, decisions, emotions, and countless tiny adjustments. Whether you feel you did things right or wrong, whether you are satisfied with your day or not, it is over now. Nothing you do with your mind in this moment will change the past hours. Right now, rest is not a luxury. It is the most intelligent thing you can offer yourself. Rest is what lets you meet tomorrow with more clarity, more steadiness, more capacity. Let this be your only job, to rest in the feeling that you are allowed to stop. If emotions bubble up as you rest, sadness, frustration, relief, or even joy, you don't have to fix them either. They're like different colors moving across your inner sky. You might notice a wave of feeling rise, swell, and fall again. You can let it be there, acknowledging, this is what I am feeling right now, without adding stories or judgments. The body knows how to digest emotion when you give it time and safety. Tonight, the safety is here. The time is here. You can let the feelings move without needing to hold on to them or push them away. Even if part of you stays gently aware of this voice, another deeper part of you is already sinking into quiet. It is like lying near the shore of a lake at night above. You can hear distant sounds, perhaps a breeze in the trees or water lapping against the edge. But beneath the surface, the lake is still and deep. Your thoughts and the sound of these words might be like that soft surface movement, while deeper down your nervous system is already descending into calm, into slow rhythms, into restoration. If you notice yourself trying to fall asleep or wondering, is it working? Yet, gently, smile inwardly at that part of you. That part is just trying to help, trying to make sure you get what you need. You can reassure it. You don't have to monitor this. You don't have to check. My body and deeper mind know what to do. When you release the push to make something happen, you create more space for it to unfold naturally. Sleep is like a shy animal. It often comes closer when it is not being chased. You might imagine yourself lying in a safe, quiet room within yourself, a room that exists beyond time and beyond demands. In this inner room, there are no phones, no clocks, no expectations. On the door, it simply says, resting. Do not disturb. Any thought that approaches this door sees the sign and gently backs away, knowing it will be welcomed back tomorrow if necessary. Inside this room, you lie on a soft, supportive surface, surrounded by a feeling of protection. You do not have to do anything here. You are simply held, even if your mind drifts in and out of this imagery. Even if you forget and remember and forget again, it is okay. There is no test to pass. Whenever you notice that you've been caught inside a thought, you can gently step back into the role of observer. like someone watching clouds, like someone placing books back on a shelf. Each return is like a small bow to yourself, a quiet act of self-respect. I choose rest, you say, not in words necessarily, but in the way you keep coming back to softness. You might also notice that as you let go of trying to control your thoughts, your body continues to rest on its own. Your muscles stay heavy. Your limbs remain still. The support beneath you does not waver. It is as if your body is saying, "I've got this part." You can let go. The more you trust that, the more your mental grip can loosen. Your inner world begins to reorganize around a new message. Nothing is demanded of you right now. Nothing needs to be solved tonight. If a particularly sticky thought keeps returning, perhaps a problem to solve or a conversation to replay, you can give it a time and place for tomorrow. You might say inwardly, "I will think about this at a specific time tomorrow, when I am rested and clear." Then imagine writing it on a small note and placing it on that shelf outside your room. The mind often relaxes when it knows its concerns are not being ignored, just postponed to a wiser moment. You are not abandoning yourself. You are protecting your rest. As the minutes pass, you may notice that your thoughts begin to blur a little more around the edges. They might feel less sharp, less demanding, more like distant murmurs than loud voices. This is a sign that your system is starting to shift into a different state, one where the conscious mind is no longer driving. You might drift in and out of the words you are hearing, catching some, missing others. This is perfect. You don't need to hold on to every sentence. The deeper part of you is listening in a different way, absorbing the feeling of safety more than the specific content. If you find yourself thinking, "I should be asleep by now," gently recognize that this is just another thought, cloud, another book for the shelf. The truth is, even simply lying here with your body relaxed and your mind being guided away from stress is rest. Your nervous system is still unwinding. Your muscles are still recharging. Your deeper mind is still sorting and healing. There is no wasted time here. Whether you cross the line into sleep in 5 minutes or later, this time is valuable. This time is kind. You can repeat to yourself if it feels soothing. Nothing to fix. Nothing to hold. Nothing to fix. Nothing to hold. Let those simple phrases echo softly inside you, not as commands, but as invitations. With each repetition, notice if something in you loosens, even just a little. The grip on your thoughts, the grip on your day, the grip on who you think you must be. These can all slacken. You are not your to-do list. You are not your worries. You are a living, breathing being who deserves to rest simply because you exist. When the mind wanders, and it will, you can always come back to the feeling of your body lying here, to the weight of your limbs, to the sense of being supported. You can come back to the gentle glow in your chest, or the image of the shelf, or the vast evening sky with its passing clouds. Any of these can be your anchor. You don't have to cling tightly. You can touch them lightly with your attention, the way you might lightly touch the hand of someone you trust, just to know they are there. Over time, with each small act of letting go, you are training your system to understand that night is not a time for fixing. It is a time for receiving. Receiving rest, receiving safety, receiving the quiet rearrangement that happens when you stop pushing. Even if you are not aware of all that is shifting, something inside you is already responding to this permission. You are stepping into a space where doing is optional and being is enough. In this space, you are gently preparing to slide into that in-between doorway, where wakefulness and sleep begin to mingle, and your deeper mind can soak in the suggestions of safety and ease that you're offering it now. There is a soft doorway between being fully awake and fully asleep, and you are gently approaching it now. It is a hazy in-between place where your thoughts begin to loosen, where images and memories and dreams start to mingle at the edges. You may notice that the words you are hearing feel a little farther away, as if they are coming from another room, or as if you are listening through a gentle veil. This is the natural way your system begins to change state at night, the way it prepares you to drift into deeper layers of rest. We all pass through this in between every night, even on the nights we barely notice it. Tonight, you are simply becoming a little more aware of it, so that it can work even more kindly in your favor. In this in-between space, you don't have to follow every word. You might hear each sentence clearly for a while, and then realize you've drifted off and missed whole pieces. Or you might feel yourself dipping in and out, catching fragments, then floating away again. All of these experiences are perfectly right. Your mind does not need to hold on to this like a lesson. Your deeper self is absorbing the feeling of safety, ease, and permission that runs beneath the words. It is like being in a theater. As the lights begin to dim, you don't need to study the dimming itself. You simply allow it. Knowing it means something more immersive is about to begin. Imagine that inside your head there is a room where the lights are slowly being turned down one by one. The bright overheads of the day, the sharp focus, the constant evaluation, the planning and problem solving are being gently switched off. In their place, softer lamps are left glowing, the kind that cast a warm, indirect light, perfect for drifting, for imagining, for releasing. You can almost feel the inside of your mind becoming more spacious, more echoing, as if sounds travel through it, more slowly, leaving gentle ripples instead of sharp edges. Nothing is being forced. Everything is simply winding down, as it is designed to do. You might notice that your inner world feels a bit like twilight, now that time of evening when the sky is neither fully bright nor fully dark. Shapes are still visible, but their outlines are softer. Colors are muted, sounds feel quieter, and the whole world seems to exhale into a slower rhythm. Inside you, that same twilight is spreading. Thoughts that once felt solid now feel more like mist, easy to see through, easy to walk past. Memories and images may float up on their own faces, places, small moments. You don't have to cling to them or push them away. They are like fireflies flickering for a moment, then disappearing into the gentle dusk. In this twilight state, your guard becomes softer. The part of you that scans for danger, that double-checks and worries, begins to step back, like a night watchman realizing the building is secure and deciding to sit down to rest in a comfortable chair. This doesn't mean you are unprotected. It means your system has recognized that in this bed, in this moment, there is enough safety to allow the deeper processes of healing and rebalancing to take place. We know that when the mind is not busy, defending and controlling, it becomes more receptive to new impressions, especially impressions of calm and worthiness and inner safety. Think of this in-between space as the moment just before a favorite movie begins. When you are settled into your seat, the theater is darkening and the screen is waiting. You are not straining. You are simply open, ready to receive. Inside you, your imagination is that screen. The feelings and images we are planting here of safety, of softness, of being held, are like the opening scenes of a gentle film that will continue even as you drift far beyond conscious awareness. You don't have to direct it. You don't have to decide how it unfolds. Your deeper mind knows how to take these impressions and let them sink into the foundations of how you feel. You may notice moments where your awareness feels dreamy, where your body seems both here and not here, where sounds warp slightly or stretch out. You might feel small twitches in your muscles or a sensation of lightness or slight floating. These are all common signs that you are slipping into the inner doorway between waking and sleep. Nothing is going wrong. In fact, everything is working as it should. Let your attention be as soft as possible, like a feather resting on water going wherever the gentle currents take it. If at any point you feel that you are losing track of the session, or that the words are fading into the background, that is perfectly fine. This is not a conversation you need to hold on to. It is a lullaby meant to work even when you no longer hear every note. You can trust that in this in-between doorway, your deeper mind is listening in its own way, absorbing the message that you are safe now that resting is allowed, that calm can be your new normal. All you have to do is let yourself drift, letting the lights dim a little more, letting the twilight deepen, knowing that you are being gently carried into a state where deep restorative rest can find you with ease. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, you are resting now in a softer, quieter version of yourself. Your face is loose, your shoulders are unburdened, your arms and hands are heavy, and still your chest and belly are spread and settled. Your hips, legs, and feet are cradled by the bed. Your body has shifted from holding you up to holding you in, as if the whole shape of you is being gently cupped by the night itself. In this state, you don't have to try to go deeper. Your system is already moving there on its own, guided by the simple truth that right now, there is nothing to do but rest. Within this deepened softness, your imagination becomes very powerful and very gentle at the same time, like a quiet projector in a darkened room. You can begin to sense an inner screen somewhere behind your closed eyes or in the space of your mind. No effort, no strain, just a subtle feeling that there is a place where images, feelings, and little scenes can float into view. Whatever you play on that inner screen tonight, whatever you gently allow yourself to experience there, becomes more familiar to you tomorrow, not as a sudden dramatic change, but as a new normal that starts to feel more and more natural inside your body and your thoughts. You don't have to concentrate on this screen or force yourself to see anything clearly. Even if the images are blurry, faint, or only half-formed, your deeper mind remembers. Even if they fade in and out, even if you drift away and return, the impressions sink in, just as dreams can affect how you feel in the morning, even when you can't fully recall them. All that matters is the feeling tone we invite in this space. Safety, ease, worthiness, the sense that calm belongs to you. So as you continue to rest here, held by the bed, wrapped in this quiet, you can allow that inner screen to be ready, softly lit, waiting. Your body is heavy, your mind is looser, your guard is lowered just enough for kind new messages to reach you. There is nothing to figure out. You are simply preparing the gentle stage within so that the scenes of a calmer, safer, more rested, you can begin to play, even as you drift further and further into the comfort of deep, effortless rest. Imagine it's a morning very soon, perhaps tomorrow, or an early morning that simply feels right to you. The light in the room is soft, a gentle, muted glow pressing through curtains or blinds enough to let you know that night has passed and a new day has quietly arrived. You are still lying in bed, and you become aware that your body feels comfortably heavy, pleasantly anchored, as if the night rinsed away a layer of noise you had been carrying. There is a clear, open feeling in your mind, a sense that something has reset. You open your eyes slowly, without urgency, without that familiar rush of checking the time or worrying about how you slept. You simply notice the way your eyes adjust the familiar shapes in the room, emerging gently from the shadows. You feel the weight and warmth of the covers over you, the way the fabric touches your skin. Perhaps there's a bit of cool air against your face, while the rest of you is wrapped in just the right amount of coziness. You notice the quiet around you, the faint hum of the house, a distant sound from outside, maybe a bird, maybe early traffic, maybe the silence itself. It all feels softer, less intrusive, as if the world is giving you space. You take a slow, natural breath and feel your chest rise and fall with ease. There is no tight knot of tension, no immediate scan for what's wrong. Instead, there's a gentle curiosity, how rested you feel. You look back in your mind at the night you've just had. You realize there was no long struggle to fall asleep, no endless turning over thoughts. There wasn't a moment where you forced sleep to happen. It was more like a gentle fading, a slow drifting you barely remember. At some point, the line between wakefulness and sleep simply dissolved, and now you're here in the morning, after surprised at how natural it feels. You might even notice a small sense of wonder it actually happened. I slept. When you decide to move, you do it calmly. You shift your body slightly, feeling the pleasant heaviness in your limbs. Your feet slide toward the edge of the bed, and when they touch the floor, they feel steady. There's a grounded sensation as you stand, as though your body knows exactly how to support you. You notice you're not dragging yourself up out of exhaustion. You're simply rising as people do when they've rested enough. As you walk across the room, your steps feel smoother, more coordinated, as if there is a little more energy in each movement. You move into your simple morning routine. Maybe you walk to the bathroom and turn on the tap, hearing the steady sound of water, seeing the way it glistens under the light. You splash your face, feeling the coolness on your skin, and look into the mirror. Your eyes look different, somehow softer, clearer, as if some of the strain has been washed away. You might notice that the usual heaviness under your eyes is less pronounced, or that your expression carries more ease. You take a breath and sense it again. You actually feel more rested. As you continue, perhaps making your bed or leaving it for later, maybe moving toward the kitchen, you notice small signs that today feels more manageable. The idea of the tasks ahead doesn't land on you like a weight. Instead, it feels like something you can meet step by step. You might put on the kettle or start the coffee machine, hearing the familiar sounds, smelling the first hint of coffee or tea in the air. There is a lightness in your chest, a quiet yes to the day, even if you don't have everything figured out. You realize with a kind of quiet surprise that your relationship with sleep has shifted, even if just a little. This morning carries convincing everyday evidence, the ease in your body, the clarity in your thoughts, the steadiness of your feet on the floor, the way the day ahead feels less heavy. As you move through these simple actions, Washing your face, getting dressed, perhaps checking the time, you sense a soft, steady thought forming in the background. I can handle today. And with that thought, this well-rested version of you starts to feel less like a rare event and more like a new, normal, gently taking root. Now let your awareness drift to another moment in time, an evening that belongs to this same new version of you, an evening of effortless bedtime. Picture a day that is gently winding down. The light outside is softer now. Maybe the sky holds the last colors of a sunset, pinks and oranges fading into blue. Or perhaps city lights are beginning to glow in the distance, small points of warmth in the twilight. Inside your space, the lighting is kinder to your eyes, a little dimmer, a little warmer, inviting your body to soften. You notice how you move through this evening with more gentleness than before. Perhaps you tidy up a little, putting away the things of the day one by one. Maybe you rinse a dish or fold a blanket, each small task bringing a quiet sense of closure, as if you're slowly closing the chapters of the day. You might choose to read a few pages of something calming, or watch something that doesn't overstimulate your mind, or simply sit with a warm drink in your hands. The sounds around you are soft, the distant murmur of traffic, the occasional voice in the background, the hum of a refrigerator, or the chorus of crickets or night insects if the window is open. As the evening deepens, you notice that you feel less pulled toward noise and bright screens. Without forcing anything, you find yourself making kinder choices. Maybe you lower the volume. Maybe you dim the lights a little more. Perhaps you put your phone on a quieter setting or set it aside earlier than you used to. There is no strict rule, no harsh discipline, just a natural inclination to create a softer space for yourself. A space where your body can recognize the signal it's safe to wind down now. When you arrive at your bed, it no longer feels like a battleground. It feels like a welcome friend, a familiar place that has been waiting for you all along. You see the shape of your pillow, the way the blankets are arranged, the inviting emptiness where your body will rest. As you slip under the covers, you notice the texture of the sheets against your skin, the smoothness or slight crispness, the warmth slowly building as your body settles in. The mattress meets you quietly, taking your shape, holding you without demanding anything in return. You lie there and listen to the evening sounds, the gentle hum in the walls, the faint life of the outside world continuing at a distance. Inside this room, in this bed, there is a growing sense of safety. You feel your muscles begin to unclench one area at a time. Shoulders dropping, jaw softening, the muscles of your face relaxing. Your breath becomes a little slower, a little deeper without effort. You feel the weight of your body being supported, and there is nothing you need to do right now, nowhere you need to go. In the past, this might have been a moment of struggle or tension, but now it's different. You may briefly remember how you used to brace yourself for the night, how you used to anticipate a fight with your own thoughts. And then you notice how far you've already come, because this evening feels gentler, more forgiving. You are not trying to make sleep happen. You're simply allowing yourself to be here in this quiet, comfortable space. Somewhere inside there is a simple, quiet knowing sleep will come when it's ready, and you are already on your way. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to earn it. You are lying here supported, and your body is remembering how to drift, how to let go. The room, the lighting, the textures, the soft sounds of the evening. All of it is gently signaling to your nervous system that it is safe to rest. And as you breathe, you feel yourself sinking with that signal, moment by moment, breath by breath. As you rest in these imagined scenes, the rested morning, the effortless evening allow a deeper layer of feeling to rise to the surface. First, feel the simple relief of knowing you no longer have to fight with sleep. Just the idea of releasing that struggle is a relief in itself, like setting down a heavy bag you've carried for far too long. Notice how your body responds when you quietly admit to yourself, even as a possibility, I don't have to battle with sleep anymore. Something in you loosens, something unclenches. You may feel it in your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, a subtle easing, a sense of exhale. Let that feeling of relief spread. It may feel like stepping into a warm bath or settling into a favorite chair that already knows the shape of your body. You don't need to push this feeling. You just let it be there, like a soft blanket around your nervous system. Relief. Relief that you are not broken. Relief that change is possible. Relief that your body can remember how to rest. From this relief, notice how gratitude begins to arise, not for something dramatic, but for the ordinary magic of simply being allowed to rest. You might feel grateful for the bed you are in, the quiet of this moment, the fact that you have this time to listen, to soften, to care for yourself. Perhaps there is a small smile at the corners of your mouth as you realize you are becoming someone who sleeps more easily, someone whose nights can feel kinder. Let yourself feel this gratitude as a soft warmth in your chest. Imagine it glowing gently there like a small, comforting light. Gratitude for the evenings where your body starts to unwind a little sooner. Gratitude for the mornings when you wake and realize sleep actually held you through the night. Gratitude for each tiny step your system is taking toward balance, even when you don't consciously see it. Now allow a quiet confidence to appear, a steady inner ground. Not a loud, forced confidence, but something calmer and deeper. You sense that beneath the surface of your thoughts, your subconscious is listening, learning, adjusting. You are entering a new relationship with rest. You are beginning to trust your body a little more. There is a feeling like returning to a safe place you know well, a place that has always been there, the ability to sleep, to drift, to be held by the night. Let a gentle pride arise too. You chose to show up for yourself by being here, listening, allowing change. You are not doing nothing. You are actively choosing a kinder path for your mind and body. You are giving yourself permission to heal. Feel proud of that. Feel the dignity in taking care of yourself in this quiet, consistent way. As you breathe, let these emotions, relief, gratitude, quiet confidence, gentle pride blend together into a single soothing frequency within you. This is the feeling your subconscious begins to associate with rest. This is the emotional tone of your new sleep identity, soft, safe, supported, quietly strong. Now, staying with this gentle, emotional field, turn your attention to gratitude in a more specific way. Silently, thank your body for carrying you through another day, even if the day felt imperfect, even if you wish some things had gone differently. Your body showed up for you in every moment, beating your heart, breathing your lungs, moving your limbs, processing your experiences. You can offer it a quiet thank you, now not because it was flawless, but because it stayed with you, did its best with what it had. Let your awareness move through your body. You might feel gratitude for your legs and feet that carry you even when they feel tired. Gratitude for your hands that hold tight create clean cook comfort. Gratitude for your back and shoulders that support you as you move through your life. Gratitude for your chest and heart area, where so much of your emotional life is felt. Each part in its own way has been doing its best to help you navigate this day. Then expand your gratitude outward to the space around you. Appreciate this bed, this pillow, these blankets. You may notice the softness of the fabric, the way the pillow supports your head, the warmth building beneath the covers. These are simple things, yet they are immense gifts, comforts that many people in the world would consider precious. In this moment, you have them. You are held by them. Let yourself feel thankful for that. Recognize that you do not have to earn this rest. You receive it because you exist, because you are here, because every living being is meant to have cycles of work and cycles of restoration. You do not have to prove yourself to be worthy of lying down and being quiet. You do not have to fix everything before you are allowed to sleep. Rest is your birthright, a basic kindness you are always allowed to give yourself. Let your gratitude spread to the subtle details of this night. The temperature of the room that allows you to relax, the feeling of the air on your skin, the relative quiet that surrounds you, even if there are small sounds in the background, the simple shelter of walls and a roof holding you safe inside. Each of these is a point of light in your awareness, and as you notice them, you may find your body softening even more. You can even extend gratitude into your life context. Grateful for the moments of connection you have, the small pleasures, the lessons learned, even from difficult days. Grateful that you are growing, changing, learning how to support yourself in new ways. Grateful that you have found your way to this practice, to this moment of intentional rest. With every breath, the feeling of thank you becomes quieter, deeper, less about words and more about a gentle, expansive warmth spreading through you. From within this field of gratitude and ease, you may begin to notice certain thoughts arising on their own thoughts that sound like new truths about who you are. You may hear them inside as I statements, and you can let them be there soft and steady. You may find yourself thinking, I am safe now. Let that sentence float through your mind. I am safe now. Feel how your body responds when you say that inside, even if part of you isn't sure yet. I am safe now. You might also notice I am allowed to rest. These words may feel simple, almost obvious, but allow them to sink in as something new. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to rest even if I didn't do everything perfectly today. I am allowed to rest even if there are still unfinished tasks. I am allowed to rest because I am human and I am here. Feel another thought appearing. I am someone who finds it easier and easier to drift into sleep. You don't have to force yourself to believe it. You simply let it be a direction you are growing toward. I am someone who finds it easier and easier to drift into sleep. You can connect this to the morning you imagine, the morning where you woke feeling clearer, more grounded. I am the person who woke up rested in that morning scene. I am that version of me already forming. I'm already changing. Even when I don't, I'm already changing even when I don't notice it. Notice how these sentences feel when you give them space. There is no need to recite them quickly. Just one at a time, like small drops of water, slowly filling a deep well. If it feels good, you can mentally repeat the ones that resonate most. I am safe now. I am allowed to rest. I am someone whose body remembers how to sleep. I am learning to trust my nights again. I am becoming a person who wakes up more rested more often. Each I am is like a gentle stamp on your subconscious, marking a new identity that is already unfolding. If you wish to seal this new identity a little more, you can carry one simple phrase with you. I already am. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to prove it. When you're awake later, you may even choose to write it or comment it somewhere. I already am. Seal your identity by commenting, I already am. Subscribe to continue so we can keep supporting this version of you together. And now simply let those words float in the background as you rest. Let the mantra continue softly in the distance of your mind. I already am. I already am someone who sleeps more deeply. I already am someone who is kinder to themselves at night. I already am someone whose body knows how to repair, restore, and relax. These identities are not something you chase. They are truths you are growing into breath by breath, night by night. As this new identity settles, notice how it naturally begins to shape your behavior, not through rigid rules, but through gentle choices. Let yourself hear these possibilities inside as first-person truths. I notice when my body is asking me to slow down, and I respect that signal. You might remember moments in your day when your body whispers rather than shouts, and imagine yourself honoring those whispers a little more. You may find yourself thinking, I treat bedtime as a gift I give myself, not a chore. Feel how different that is from seeing bedtime as a struggle or an obligation. When you hold it as a gift, you might begin to approach it with more tenderness, dimming the lights, choosing calmer sounds, giving yourself extra moments to unwind become small acts of love. Let these inner sentences continue. I choose small, kind routines that help me unwind. I can turn down the noise around me when I need quiet. I can close a door, lower a screen, or simply turn away from something overstimulating because my rest matters. I give myself permission to step away from noise when I need peace. Each statement is a gentle permission slip you write for yourself. You might notice another thought, I honor my limits and ask less of myself late at night. Instead of pushing through when you're depleted, you imagine yourself recognizing, I've done enough for today. I can put this down until tomorrow. You don't need to picture dramatic changes, just small shifts, turning off one extra notification, finishing one task earlier, choosing one softer activity instead of something intense. Feel how these behaviors match the identity you've been installing. I live in ways that support my rest. I allow my evenings to become quieter step by step. I let my body know that it is safe to slow down. I trust that these small signals add up, teaching my nervous system to relax, teaching my mind it does not have to stay on high alert. As you repeat these affirmations inside, even quietly, even barely, your subconscious begins to associate your actions with care, not punishment. You're no longer trying to control yourself harshly. You are supporting yourself kindly. I can create evenings that feel calmer. I can listen to my body. I can choose what helps me rest. You don't need to get it perfect. Each small choice is a sign, a signal that you are living in alignment with someone who sleeps deeply, naturally, and with growing ease. Now imagine above your bed, in the soft darkness of your inner sky, the words, I already am, written gently in the air. They are not harsh or bright. They glow faintly like starlight, soft, reassuring, almost like a constellation that belongs only to you. You see each word hanging there, steady and calm. Already. M. As you breathe in, imagine those words growing a little clearer, a little closer. They are not demanding anything of you. They are simply reminding you that the identity you desire is not far away. It is already forming within you. With each exhale, feel them lowering, drifting down from the sky above your bed, moving toward you with effortless grace. You don't need to reach up. You don't need to grasp. Just watch as the words float down and gently settle into your chest, into the space behind your ribs, becoming a quiet truth inside you. It's as if they dissolve into warmth, into light, into a steady presence that now lives within. I already am. Not something you have to repeat out loud, not a slogan to shout, just a soft inner knowing, resting deep within you. You may imagine that whenever you breathe, those words glow a little brighter inside, then rest again. You don't need to remember them constantly. You don't need to hold on to them tightly. They are already there, written into the fabric of who you are becoming. Your new sleep identity has been gently stamped not by force, but by acceptance, by willingness, by the simple act of allowing yourself to receive. Picture an evening not far from now, an evening that belongs to the same version of you who wakes up more rested. The day is quietly winding down. Outside, the light has softened. Maybe the sky holds the last streaks of sunset, muted pinks and golds, melting into deepening blue. Or perhaps you see distant city lights beginning to shimmer, tiny constellations of windows and street lamps signaling the approach of night. There is a sense of completion in the air, a gentle exhale after the day's activity. Inside your space, the lighting is kinder now. You may have already turned off the brightest lights, leaving only a lamp with a warm glow or a soft overhead light dimmed to something comforting. Shadows stretch softly across the floor and along the walls, not as something to fear, but as a cozy backdrop inviting your body to soften. The contrast between the outer world and your inner space becomes clear out there. Life continues. In here, you are allowed to slow down. You notice how you move through this evening. There's a gentleness in your gestures, a slower pace than before. Maybe you tidy up a few small things, a cup in the sink, a book on the table, a blanket on the chair. You aren't doing chores frantically. You're closing small loops, giving your mind the signal that the day is easing to an end. Each object put away feels like closing a tiny door behind you, leaving the day where it belongs. You might choose something calming for yourself now. Perhaps you sit with a warm drink in your hands, feeling the heat move through your fingers, rising like a soft cloud toward your face. You inhale the scent, tea cocoa, or something simple and comforting, and feel your shoulders drop just a little more. Maybe you read a few pages of a book, your eyes moving slowly over the words, or you watch something gentle and light, something that doesn't cling to your mind or sharpen your nerves. You notice that you are less interested in intensity and more drawn to calm. Around you, the sounds of the evening carry on in the background. A distant car passes. A voice from another room drifts in and fades away. Perhaps you hear the soft hum of an appliance or the faint chorus of crickets outside a natural lullaby of nighttime life. None of it feels intrusive. It becomes part of a wider, soothing backdrop. You feel yourself existing inside this soundscape with a growing sense of ease. Without forcing anything, you start to make small choices that support your rest. Maybe you lower the brightness of a screen, or you check your phone one last time and then set it aside, screen down on a table or bedside stand. There's no drama in it, no big decision, just a quiet enough for today. You might close a curtain or blind, noticing how the room becomes more private, more contained, like a soft cocoon made just for you. At some point, almost naturally, you find yourself moving toward your bed. This time, as you see it, you don't feel a spike of worry or a sense of dread. Instead, there's a quiet wave of relief. The sight of your bed feels like seeing a friend who understands you, who doesn't ask you to perform or prove anything. The sheets are arranged in that familiar way, the pillows weighting the blankets, inviting. The space where your body will lie looks welcoming, not challenging. You might sit on the edge of the bed for a moment, feeling the mattress under you solid and supportive. Your feet rest on the floor, and you take a simple breath. You don't interrogate yourself about how the night will go. You don't demand guarantees. You just notice how it feels to be here at this gentle doorway between day and night, in a body that is learning to trust sleep again. When you slip under the covers, the textures greet you. The fabric of your sheets touches your skin in a way that feels familiar and soothing. Maybe cool at first, then slowly warming as your body settles in. The weight of the blankets lies over you. Not too heavy, not too light, just enough to give your nervous system a sense of being held. The mattress adapts to your shape, cradling your shoulders, hips, legs, quietly saying, "I've got you." You adjust your position a little, finding that spot that feels right. Your head rests on the pillow, and you can feel the support beneath your neck, gentle and steady. You might hear the faint sound of your own breathing, a soft in and out that begins to slow all by itself. Your muscles begin to loosen around your eyes, your jaw, your throat, your chest, your belly. You notice that you don't feel the urge to fight for comfort. You are already more comfortable than you used to be in this moment. In the past, this might have been the time when your mind became louder, when you braced yourself for a long, restless night. But now, there's a quiet difference. You may still have thoughts, but they feel a bit farther away, as if they're passing clouds rather than storms. You notice them, and then you feel the bed again, the covers again, the softness of the pillow, the dark or dim light of the room surrounding you. Like a safe envelope, as you lie there, a simple quiet, knowing begins to rise within you. Sleep will come when it's ready, and you are already on your way. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to force your brain to shut down. You are already doing everything you need to do by simply being here in this calm, supported position, allowing your body to follow its natural rhythm. You might imagine your thoughts slowly unwinding like a thread gently being released from a spool. With each exhale, the spool turns, letting go of a little more tension, a little more buzz. The day behind you becomes softer, less defined, as if it's fading naturally into the background. You realize you are not trying to solve the night. You are allowing the night to hold you. Small, relatable details confirm the shift. The way your hand rests lightly on the blanket instead of gripping it. The way your face feels softer, less scrunched or tense. the way your body isn't constantly adjusting to find a position because you've already found something that feels good enough. These are the quiet signals of a new pattern taking root in evening, where going to bed feels natural, inviting, unforced. As you lie there, breathing slowly, you sense that your relationship with sleep is changing from the inside out. You no longer stand at the edge of the night as an enemy. You are crossing the threshold as a welcome guest. You feel it in the way your body surrenders little by little to gravity and comfort. You feel it in the spaciousness around your thoughts. You feel it in that subtle conviction echoing inside, sleep will come, and I am already gently drifting toward it. Stay with this gentle evening version of you, or with that rested morning self, and begin to lean into the feeling of relief. You don't have to force it. Just imagine for a moment what it is like to know you no longer have to fight with sleep in the way you used to. Feel that as a soft exhale inside your chest, as if something heavy you were holding has finally been allowed to slip from your fingers. You might notice your shoulders subtly dropping, your jaw loosening, your breath moving a little more freely, as if your whole system is saying quietly, "Oh, I don't have to keep bracing anymore." Let the word relief echo gently inside you. Relief that you're not broken. Relief that your body isn't your enemy. Relief that change is possible and already unfolding. It might feel like settling into a favorite chair that knows your shape, or like sinking into warm water that supports you without effort. You don't have to make this feeling bigger than it is. Even a small sense of relief is enough. Allow that tiny shift to spread like a soft ripple moving outward through your body. As relief settles, notice how gratitude begins to bloom alongside it. Not dramatic gratitude, not forced positivity, just a quiet appreciation for the ordinary magic of being allowed to rest. You might feel grateful for this bed beneath you, for the pillow under your head, for the simple fact that right now you are permitted to stop. No one is asking you to perform. No one is grading you. In this moment, you are allowed to do nothing but lie here and breathe. Let that gratitude move through your awareness. Grateful for the evenings that are slowly becoming softer. Grateful for mornings that start to feel more possible. Grateful for each tiny sign that your body is remembering how to drift and repair. Feel it as a warmth in your chest, or a gentle glow in your stomach, or a lightness in your face. Gratitude not for perfection, but for progress. Gratitude for every part of you that is trying. You may notice a small smile forming at the corners of your mouth, or a feeling of warmth spreading through your ribs as you realize you are becoming someone who sleeps more easily. Someone whose nights are gradually turning from battlegrounds into safe places. Someone whose nervous system is learning that it does not have to stay on high alert forever. Even if it's subtle, even if it's slow, the direction is changing. You can feel it. From this gratitude, let a quiet confidence rise like steady ground beneath your feet. Not a loud, boastful confidence, but something calm and dependable. The sense that beneath your thoughts and fears, your body knows what to do. It knows how to rest. It has always known, and it is relearning how to trust that rhythm. This confidence feels like returning to a familiar, safe room inside yourself, a place you forgot for a while, but never truly lost. You can sense that your subconscious is listening. It's paying attention to every gentle choice you make, to every new image you hold, to every kinder thought you offer yourself. You don't have to micromanage it. You just let it work in the background, adjusting and rebalancing as you bathe it in these feelings of relief, gratitude, and trust. This is the new frequency you are teaching your nervous system: soft, safe, supported. Let self-compassion join this mix like a soft blanket laid over everything else. You might think I've been through a lot. I have tried so hard for so long. And now I am allowing myself to try in a kinder way. Feel the tenderness in that. You are not failing at sleep. You are healing your relationship with it. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are taking real meaningful steps. You chose to listen. You chose to open A. You chose to listen. You chose to open a door to change, even if part of you is skeptical, even if part of you is tired. That choice matters. It sends a strong, loving signal inward. I am worth resting for. I am worth taking care of. As you breathe, imagine these feelings: relief, gratitude, quiet confidence, self-compassion, mixing together in your chest, becoming a single calm, steady glow. Each breath in gently brightens it. Each breath out lets it spread through your whole body. This is how rest begins to feel for you, like returning to a safe place you know well, like being welcomed home again and again by your own nervous system. Let your subconscious link this glow, this emotional tone, to the act of lying down at night, to the feeling of waking more refreshed in the morning. This is what rest feels like now. Not a battle, but a soft, gradual surrender into safety. Not proof you've done enough, but a natural state you're allowed to inhabit. Simply keep breathing in this feeling and breathing out into it as your new sleep identity quietly takes root beneath the surface of your thoughts. Now, with this gentle field of relief and quiet confidence around you, let your awareness soften and turn towards simple gratitude. You don't have to search for it or force it. Just allow it to appear in small, ordinary ways, starting with the body that holds you right now. Bring your attention to your body as it lies here. Notice its weight against the mattress, the way your shoulders, your back, your hips, your legs are supported. Silently, in your own way, thank your body for carrying you through another day, even if the day felt imperfect, even if you wished parts of it had gone differently. Your body was there for all of it, every step, every task, every emotion. It may be tired, it may be tense, it may not feel the way you wish it would, and still it carried you. It tried for you. Let yourself whisper inwardly, just for a moment, thank you. You might bring your attention to your feet and legs, feeling how they have walked you through countless days, holding your weight, even when you were exhausted. Thank them quietly for standing, for moving, for supporting you. Then move to your hands and arms, the parts of you that hold, reach, type, cook, clean, comfort, create. Appreciate how much they do without asking for attention. Thank them for their constant effort. Let your awareness move to your chest, your heart area, where so much of your emotional life is felt. Your heart has kept beating for you all this time, without needing your instruction. Your lungs have breathed for you in and out, even when you weren't paying attention. Thank them softly for their loyalty, for their persistence, for the life they sustain in every moment. If parts of your body ache or don't work the way you wish, see if you can offer them a gentler gaze. You don't have to pretend they feel perfect. You just recognize that even in their discomfort, They are doing the best they can with what they've been given. Send them a small wave of appreciation the way you might appreciate someone who has been working hard under difficult conditions. You might say inside, "Thank you for trying. Thank you for staying with me." Now let this gratitude expand beyond your body to the space you're in. Feel the bed beneath you, the firmness or softness of the mattress, the familiar give of it under your weight. Feel the pillow cradling your head and neck the way it holds you, so you don't have to hold yourself up. Notice the texture of your sheets and blankets, the smoothness or slight weave of the fabric, the warmth gathering around you. These are simple things, and also they are profound. They are comforts that many people in the world would consider a gift, and tonight, they are here for you. You can silently appreciate them. Thank you, bed, for supporting me. Thank you, pillow, for holding my head. Thank you, blankets, for wrapping me in warmth. You don't have to say the words out loud. Just let the feeling of appreciation glow softly in you as you notice each small comfort. Let your awareness spread to the room itself. The walls that shelter you, the roof that covers you, the way the space around you creates a small, protected world for this night. You might notice the temperature of the air, just cool or warm enough for rest. You might notice the way the darkness or dim light hugs the room, making it feel like a nest, a cocoon, a container where you are allowed to let go. You can feel grateful for this shelter, for this bit of the world that is yours to rest in. Then without effort, let your gratitude reach further into the quiet of the night itself. Even if there are small sounds somewhere, a car passing a voice in the distance, the hum of electricity there is still a kind of quiet holding you. The world has softened around the edges. The pace has slowed. You are not in the middle of the day's demands anymore. You are here in a time meant for rest. You might think, "I am grateful for this night. I am grateful that there is a time when I am allowed to stop." As you rest in this awareness, recognize something important. You do not have to earn this rest. You do not have to prove yourself worthy of sleep. You are allowed to lie here and be still simply because you exist. Because you are a living being, and every living being needs cycles of activity and cycles of restoration. You don't have to tick every box, finish every task, or be your best self to deserve this moment. You are enough as you are right now to receive rest. Feel how that truth lands in your body. You might notice a softening somewhere, a loosening in your stomach, a release in your chest, a sense of ease in your face. Rest is not a prize you win. It is a basic kindness you are always allowed to accept. You can gently repeat inside, "If it helps, I don't have to earn my rest. I am allowed to rest because I am here." Let your gratitude drift to other small things that support you now. Maybe there is a piece of clothing that feels especially soft against your skin, or the faint scent of clean sheets, or the way the air feels fresh against your face while the rest of you stays warm. Perhaps you think of the person who washed the sheets, or made the bed, or created this space. Maybe that person is you. You can feel thankful for the past version of you, who prepared this bed, who pressed play on this audio, who wanted you to feel better. Allow gratitude to move beyond the room, just a little toward the connections you have in life, the people who care about you, the small moments of kindness you've experienced, even if they were fleeting. You don't need to list them all. Just let the sense of there have been good things hover in your awareness like a quiet, reassuring presence. With each breath, this gratitude becomes less about specific thoughts and more about a general atmosphere. A gentle warmth spread throughout your body. You are grateful for this body that keeps going. You are grateful for this bed, this room, this night. You are grateful that you are learning to treat yourself with a little more gentleness. And as you rest in that feeling, your nervous system receives a powerful message. I am safe enough to soften. I am allowed to be here just like this. From this gentle place of gratitude and ease, you may begin to notice certain thoughts rising up inside you as quiet truths. They come in the form of I statements, as if a deeper part of you is starting to speak. You don't have to force them or repeat them perfectly. You simply allow them to float through your mind one by one, like soft waves on a calm shore. You may find yourself thinking, I am safe now. Let that sentence hover in your awareness. I am safe now. Even if part of you still holds tension, even if another part still worries, you can allow this line to be a new possibility, a new direction. As you hear it inside, notice how your body reacts. Maybe your shoulders loosen. Maybe your breath drops a little deeper into your belly. Maybe your chest feels just a bit more open. I am safe now. Another thought might appear, I am allowed to rest. Let those words settle gently in your mind. I am allowed to rest. You don't have to earn this moment. You don't have to finish everything first. You don't have to be flawless today. You are allowed to rest because you are human, because you exist, because rest is natural and necessary. I am allowed to rest. You might sense a new identity forming in the background of your awareness, softly stating, I am someone who finds it easier and easier to drift into sleep. You don't have to believe this perfectly or prove it right away. You simply let it be a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious. Each night you lie down with kindness. Each morning you notice one small improvement, you water that seed. I am someone who finds it easier and easier to drift into sleep. Let the affirmations continue to arise in gentle clusters. I am gentle with myself at the end of the day. I am becoming a calmer, softer version of myself. I am already changing even when I don't notice it. Each sentence lands like a soft footstep on new ground, teaching your nervous system a quieter, kinder way of being. You can link these I am statements to the scenes you've already visited. You might quietly recall that morning where you woke up feeling clearer, more grounded, and think, I am the person who woke up rested in that morning scene. You might remember the peaceful evening where bed felt like a friend and say inside, I am the person who lies down in that calm, welcoming room. You are stepping into these identities from the inside out. Anytime your mind tries to argue, you don't have to fight with it. You simply return to one simple, gentle line. I am becoming someone who sleeps deeply and wakes more refreshed. Hear it like a soft echo inside your chest. I am becoming someone who sleeps deeply and wakes more refreshed. There is no rush. There is no deadline. This is a gradual remembering of something your body has always known how to do. If it feels good, you can breathe with these phrases, letting each inhale carry the words in, and each exhale help them sink a little deeper. I am safe now. Breathe. I am allowed to rest. Breathe. I am someone who finds it easier to drift into sleep. Breathe. I am gentle with myself at the end of the day. Breathe. I am already changing even when I don't notice it. Breathe. You may also notice a very simple, powerful phrase rising in the background of your mind, I already am. It holds all of these identities inside it without effort. I already am becoming softer. I already am learning to rest. I already am someone whose body remembers how to sleep. You don't have to chase this identity. You're letting it unfold. If you wish to seal this new identity a little more, you can let that phrase become a tiny anchor for you. I already am. You might carry it with you into your waking day, letting it whisper in the back of your thoughts. When you're awake later, you may even choose to write it or comment it somewhere. As a small ritual to yourself, I already am. By doing that, you affirm to your deeper mind, this is who I am becoming. You can even see it as joining a quiet circle of others on this path, sealing your identity by commenting I already am and subscribing, so we can continue walking this journey together. But for now, there is nothing you have to do. Let those words drift back into the soft distance of your awareness, like a gentle mantra, humming far away, I already am. I already am safe enough to rest. I already am learning how to sleep more deeply. I already am someone who wakes more refreshed. Let each I am affirmation be like a small star lighting up in the inner sky of your mind. You don't have to memorize them. You don't have to say them perfectly. Your only job is to relax and allow them to exist inside you. Your subconscious is listening. Your body is listening. And with every quiet repetition, this identity, someone who sleeps deeply naturally and with growing ease, becomes a little more familiar, a little more true. As you rest in this softer identity, you may notice that the way you live, the way you move through your days and evenings begins to shift in small, kind ways. Deep inside this new version of you is starting to speak not only in who you are, but in how you act. You can let that voice rise now in simple, gentle I statements describing how you naturally support your own rest. Inside, you might hear, I notice when my body is asking me to slow down, and I respect that signal. I don't ignore it or push past it in the same way I used to. When my shoulders tighten, when my eyes feel heavy, when my thoughts start to blur, I recognize those as signs of care, not weakness. I listen. I soften. I give myself permission to ease up. You may find yourself thinking, I treat bedtime as a gift I give myself, not a chore. The end of the day becomes less of a deadline and more of a gentle offering. I start to see my evenings as a time to return to myself, to gather my energy back in, to create a little island of calm that belongs only to me. I treat this time with respect because it matters. You might notice I choose small, kind routines that help me unwind. I don't have to follow a strict schedule or a perfect ritual. Instead, I make simple, flexible choices that tell my nervous system, we're safe. It's okay to slow down now. Maybe I dim the lights. Maybe I turn down the volume. Maybe I reach for something soothing instead of something loud. I choose what helps me exhale. Within you, another truth may arise. I give myself permission to step away from noise when I need quiet. I am allowed to close a door, to put my phone down, to say enough for today without guilt. I don't have to immerse myself in stimulation right up until the moment I lie down. I create a gentle slope into the night, a gradual softening that makes sleep easier. You can hear yourself saying, I honor my limits and ask less of myself late at night. I know that I don't have to solve everything after dark. I don't have to plan my whole life, answer every message, or replay the entire day. I let night be night. I allow myself to do less, think less, and simply be more. These thoughts might come to you as small lived images. You see yourself turning off one extra notification. You see yourself closing the laptop a bit earlier. You see your hand resting your phone face down instead of scrolling one more time. You notice yourself gravitating towards softer lighting, calmer sounds, warmer blankets. Each of these tiny acts becomes a signal: I am someone who supports my own rest. Inside, you may hear, I am learning to make choices that are kind to my nervous system. I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to follow a rigid set of rules. I'm allowed to experiment, to adjust, to find what feels good. I let myself discover the little things that help my body feel safer at night. You might find another affirmation forming. I create pockets of calm in my day, not only at the very end. I allow myself small pauses, moments to breathe, to stretch, to look away from the screen, to step outside for fresh air. These tiny breaks add up. They teach my body that it doesn't have to stay on high alert all the time. They prepare me gently for a more peaceful night. You can hear yourself say, I respect my body's requests even when they are subtle. When I feel the urge to rest my eyes, to sit down, to take a slower breath, I listen more now. I understand that my body speaks in whispers long before it shouts. I choose to hear the whispers. Another thought may arise. I allow myself to wind down without judging how I'm doing. I don't measure or grade my relaxation. I simply give myself space. If my mind is busy, I meet it with kindness. If my body is restless, I meet it with patience. I let the process be imperfect and still valuable. I let it count. You might notice I am becoming someone who naturally arranges my environment to support my rest. I drift towards softer fabrics, cozier spaces, gentler sounds. I choose what makes my body feel safe and held. Even small changes, a blanket where I can reach at, a glass of water nearby, a softer light, become quiet acts of love toward myself. Let yourself feel the truth of this. I can live my days in a way that makes nights easier. I can move through my evenings in a way that tells my body, you are safe to slow down. I can be the one who creates and protects my own pockets of peace. You don't have to repeat all of these lines perfectly. Just let the ones that resonate linger a bit longer in your mind. I notice when my body is asking me to slow down, and I respect that signal. I treat bedtime as a gift I give myself. I choose small, kind routines that help me unwind. I give myself permission to step away from noise when I need quiet. I honor my limits and ask less of myself late at night. I live in ways that support my rest. With each affirmation, feel how your actions and your identity begin to align. You are not just someone who wants better sleep. You are someone who is living in a way that makes better sleep possible. Thought by thought, choice by choice, you are showing your body what it means to be cared for. Let this understanding settle in you. I live in a body I am learning to support. I live in rhythms I am learning to soften. I live in ways that tell my nervous system again and again, you are safe now. You can rest in this quiet space you've created. Imagine yourself lying just as you are now and above your bed in the gentle darkness of your inner sky. You begin to see soft writing appear. The words are simple, familiar, I already am. They're not harsh or bright. They glow with a faint, comforting light, like starlight that was always there, only now you're noticing it. Each letter is rounded, gentle, almost breathing with you. I already. As you watch those words hang there peacefully, you don't have to reach up to grab them. You don't have to repeat them out loud. You don't have to do anything special. Just notice them as if the sky above you is calmly stating a truth on your behalf. I already am belongs to you now, floating just above steady and kind. With each slow breath, see those words drifting a little closer as if the sky itself is lowering toward you. On the inhale, they glow a bit brighter. On the exhale, they move down, 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 like soft light descending. They are not heavy. They're weightless and warm, moving at the perfect pace for you, without effort, without pressure. Gradually, they reach the space just above your chest, hovering there like a small luminous cloud. You can feel a gentle warmth at your heart, a sense of something true that has always been waiting to be remembered. And then, without you needing to do anything at all, the words sink in. I already am passes through your skin, dissolving into the center of your chest, becoming a quiet truth, resting inside you. You might imagine those words now as a soft glow in your heart area, pulsing faintly with your breath. On the inhale, the glow brightens. On the exhale, it spreads a little more through your ribs, your shoulders, your whole body. You don't have to hold on to the phrase. It is already there. You don't have to repeat it perfectly. It has already been received. From now on, whenever you think of your sleep, your rest, your calm, you can know that this gentle imprint is within you. I already am. You are already becoming the person who sleeps more deeply. You are already becoming the person who wakes more refreshed. You are already becoming the one who treats themselves with kindness at the end of the day. You don't have to prove it to anyone. You only need to allow it to be. Let that knowing rest inside you like a small, quiet star shining steadily, even when you forget to look at it. It requires no effort from you. It is simply there, part of who you are now. And as you continue to breathe, you can feel this new identity settling soft and secure, gently stamped into your subconscious, ready to carry you into deeper and deeper rest. You've already visited those gentle scenes of evenings where your body felt heavy and ready for sleep, and quiet mornings where you woke feeling soft and renewed. And now you don't need to hold those pictures anymore. You've already touched them. You've already stepped into them in your inner world. Now you can let the images grow softer at the edges, as if they are slowly moving farther away. You can imagine each scene you visited tonight becoming a small lantern floating up into the night sky. One lantern for the evening, where your body melted into the mattress. One lantern for the morning, where you woke up rested and clear. One lantern for that version of you who sleeps easily, naturally, without effort. See them lifting away one by one, drifting higher into the deep blue of the sky. Farther and farther, smaller and smaller. They move away, but their light still reaches you. You don't have to see them clearly anymore. You don't have to recreate every detail. You can let the pictures blur like watercolor in the rain, while the soft feeling they awakened in you stays. The feeling is what matters. The feeling is what your body understands. You no longer need to keep your mind busy trying to build perfect images. There is nothing to get right now. You have already done enough. Now your only task is to keep the quiet warmth of those scenes, the calm knowing that you are the person who sleeps. You are the one who wakes up rested. Even if the images slip away completely, even if the words I speak fade and disappear, your body remembers. Your nervous system remembers what it feels like to be safe, to be allowed to rest, to sink without fear. The pictures can dissolve like paper boats drifting down a slow, quiet river, getting smaller as the water carries them away around a bend. The river keeps flowing. The boats are gone from sight. But the feeling of that calm river, that gentle movement stays inside you. You don't need to see anything clearly now. You don't need to try to concentrate. You don't need to hold on with your mind. You only keep the feeling of being the one from those scenes. The one who lies down and knows sleep comes to me. Rest belongs to me. If thoughts come, that is all right. If you forget what you were imagining, that is all right too. Forgetting is safe now. Forgetting is allowed. Your deeper mind has already taken in what it needed. Your body has already received the message. You can let everything else go. Let the pictures go. Let the words go. Let them float away while the soft, quiet frequency of safety stays with you like a gentle hum in the background. No effort, no strain. Just the feeling of ease quietly filling your chest, your belly, your whole body. You are simply here, held in this feeling, while everything else drifts farther and farther away. Now imagine that this calm inside you is part of something much larger than your own body, as if you are resting in the middle of a wide field of stillness, stretching out in every direction farther than you can see. It feels like lying in a meadow at night, the earth steady beneath you, the sky open above you and all around you. There's only quiet. Or perhaps it feels like floating in a soft ocean of calm, the water perfectly warm, perfectly still, supporting you completely, without needing anything from you. You don't have to swim, you don't have to move. You simply float, held by something vast and gentle. Every person who is resting peacefully tonight adds a little more calm to this field. Every quiet bedroom, every slow, steady breath, every body that is finally letting go. All of that creates a sea of rest that surrounds us all. We are each lying in our own place, under our own roof, and yet we are all held by the same night sky, the same deep, silent field. You are not separate from this. You belong to this sea of calm. You are part of it. You are immersed in it. You can imagine this calm field as a very quiet radio station that plays only one thing: the feeling of safety, the feeling of being allowed to rest. Tonight, you are tuned to that station. It's as if a small dial inside you has gently clicked into place, locking onto this soothing signal. You don't have to hold the dial. You don't have to keep adjusting it. It stays there steady, sending waves of quiet through your whole system. In this field, nothing is demanded of you. You are not asked to perform, to think, to solve, or to be anything other than exactly as you are right now. We are all held by the same night, each of us wrapped in our own blankets, following our own breath, held by the same larger calm that doesn't rush and doesn't judge. You are allowed to rest in that. You are allowed to be supported by something bigger than your thoughts, something softer than your worries. Tonight, your inner state is tuned to calm, and that calm is in harmony with the quiet of the world around you, the pause of the night, the stillness in the air, the hush that falls when the day is over. You don't need to do anything. You simply let yourself be carried by this sea of peacefulness, as gently as a leaf resting on still water. Nothing to fix, nothing to protect, just this shared silent calm holding you, breathing with you as you drift deeper into rest. If you like, you can bring your attention for a moment to the space behind your forehead, deep inside the center of your head. There you can imagine a tiny, gentle star of light, not bright or sharp, not intense in any way, just a small, steady glow like a distant star in the night sky on a very clear evening. This soft star represents your inner awareness, the quiet part of you that watches over you even when the rest of you is fast asleep. You don't need to see it clearly. You only sense that it's there, softly shining, calm and patient. As you rest here, imagine that this little star begins to dim, not as if it's going away, but as if its light is melting into a warm, soothing glow. That warmth slowly spreads out from the center of your head, flowing down through your face, your jaw, the back of your neck. It moves through your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingers. It pours down through your chest, your heart, your ribs, relaxing everything it touches. It slides down your spine, into your hips, your legs, all the way to your feet and toes. The star becomes less and less like light and more like a soft, comforting warmth filling your entire body. Your inner awareness doesn't need to stay sharp or focused anymore. It can rest too, sinking down with that warmth. Let your attention follow the warmth downward, away from the head, into the heaviness of your body, into the softness of the bed, into the slow rhythm of your breathing. Everything is dimmer now, quieter, more distant, as you sink deeper into the feeling of being held from the inside out. You have done enough for today. You are safe here. You are allowed to let go now. There is nothing more you have to prove to this day. Nothing more you have to carry into this night. It is okay to rest. It is okay not to finish every thought. It is okay to let unanswered questions drift to the edges of your mind like clouds moving across a dark, peaceful sky. You are safe in this moment. The walls around you hold you. The bed beneath you supports you. The night wraps around you like a soft, dark blanket. You are allowed to soften. You are allowed to loosen your grip on everything. You are safe to sleep. Inside you can hear these truths as if they are your own quiet voice. I am safe to sleep. I am allowed to rest. I am held and supported. I can let this day go. I have done enough. I am enough. I deserve this rest. I am safe here. If you notice your mind trying to come back to the day, you can gently guide it with simple words. You have done enough for today. You are safe here. It is okay to rest. You are allowed to let go. If you feel any tension, you can meet it with kindness. I am safe now. I can soften. I can release. I can be still. If you stop hearing these words, that is perfectly all right. If they turn into distant sounds that come and go, that is a sign that your rest is deepening. You do not have to stay awake to benefit from this. Your deeper mind has already heard what it needed. Your body has already received the message. You are safe. You are allowed to sleep. You are safe to drift. You are safe to forget. You are safe to surrender just for this night to something softer than effort, kinder than struggle. You are safe here. You are safe now. And it is more than okay to let everything else fade. I am safe to sleep. I am held and supported. I can let this day go. I am allowed to rest. Over and over, gently repeating within you like a quiet lullaby that doesn't need to be remembered word for word, only felt. Now imagine that you are resting on a soft white cloud high above the world. The cloud is warm and pillowy beneath you, perfectly shaped to your body, cradling every curve, every line. You don't have to hold yourself up at all. The cloud carries you. You feel it drifting slowly across a quiet night sky, moving with almost no sound, almost no motion, just a gentle floating sensation. The stars are far above you, calm and steady. The world below is soft and dim. You are carried, weightless, safe, nowhere to go and nothing to do. If you prefer, you can let that cloud gradually become a calm shoreline under starlight. You are lying on soft sand or a comfortable blanket, just far enough from the water to feel completely safe and dry. In the distance, you hear waves arriving and receding in a slow, steady rhythm. In and out. In and out, like the most natural breathing of the ocean itself. Each wave that comes in brings a little more calm. Each wave that goes out takes a little more of your tension with it effortlessly, without you needing to push or try. The night air is cool and gentle on your skin. The sky is wide and dark and kind. Or perhaps your favorite place to rest is a small, warm cabin in the forest. You can picture tall trees outside, standing like quiet guardians in the night. Inside the cabin, everything is dim and peaceful. There might be the faint, comforting crackle of a fire somewhere, or just the deep silence of a place far away from noise. The bed in this cabin is soft, and welcoming layers of blankets and pillows inviting you to sink down. The air is just the right temperature. The room feels safe, protected, secluded. Here, no one needs anything from you. Here, the world cannot reach you. Here, you are held in warmth and stillness. You might also imagine that within the bed you are lying on. Right now, there is an even softer bed hidden just beneath it. As you rest, you begin to sink from this bed into that deeper, softer bed, and then into another, softer still layer by layer. Each layer is quieter, more peaceful, more removed from the noise of the day. With every breath, you sink one gentle layer deeper into comfort, deeper into stillness, deeper into sleep. No numbers, no counting, just this slow downward drifting, like a leaf gliding down through warm water, settling onto the soft bottom of a quiet pool. Each moment you stay here is like gently descending a little further into a warm pool of quiet. Thoughts that were loud become whispers. Whispers become silence. Your body feels heavier and heavier, as if the bed is rising up to meet you from underneath, supporting you completely. Your arms and legs loosen and melt. Your face softens. Your jaw unclenches. Your breath moves in its own slow rhythm, guiding you down and down. You don't have to follow every image. You don't have to keep up with every word. Whichever picture your mind catches is enough. The cloud, the beach, the cabin, the layers of bed, or perhaps some other peaceful place that appears all on its own. Any one of them is enough. Even just the feeling without any clear picture is enough. You are sinking into the night now, gently, slowly, naturally, deeper into comfort, deeper into quiet, deeper into sleep. The scenes grow softer, the words grow slower. More space opens between each phrase like long, easy breaths. You float and sink at the same time, held from below, covered from above, surrounded on every side by silence. All of you is being invited to rest. As the spaces grow wider and the words grow thinner, you are simply allowed to disappear into your own night, into your own deep healing sleep. If this session has helped you feel even a little more at ease, know that you can return to it on any night you choose, whenever you need, to be reminded that you are safe to rest, safe to let go, safe to sleep. And if this has gently supported you, if it has brought you a little more calm, you may subscribe and share so others can also rest and rewire tonight, just as you are doing now. For this moment, there is nothing left to do, nothing left to fix, nothing left to hold. You can let the remaining words fade into the background like distant whispers that you don't need to catch or understand. They can drift farther and farther away until they are only soft shapes at the edge of your awareness. And then, not even that, your night continues even as this guidance grows quieter. Sleep carries you gently onward deeper into its own soft darkness, where your body restores itself and your mind unwinds. You are safe inside this night. You are safe inside this bed. You are safe inside your own breath. Let everything else fade. Let it all sink down into silence. And now, as the last traces of sound grow softer and softer, and softer still, you drift and drift and drift into your own quiet, healing sleep. Imagine now that all the calm you feel inside is part of something much larger than your own body, as if you are lying in the center of a wide-open field of stillness that stretches endlessly in every direction. There are no walls here, no edges you can bump into, just an endless, soft horizon of quiet. You can sense the ground of this field beneath you, steady, gentle, holding your weight with complete ease. Above you, the same quiet reaches up into a deep, restful sky. Around you, the night itself feels like a soft presence, kind and patient, asking nothing of you at all. You are simply here in the middle of it, allowed to rest. You might feel this field as a warm, unmoving ocean, its surface so calm that it's almost impossible to tell where water ends and air begins. You are floating in that ocean, perfectly supported. The water carries you without any effort, without conditions, without needing you to do anything in return. Your body becomes lighter and heavier at the same time. Lighter, because the ocean holds you heavier, because you can finally let go into that support. You don't have to manage anything. You don't have to think about staying afloat. You are simply carried. Now sense that this field of calm is not only yours. Every person who is resting peacefully tonight adds a little more softness, a little more quiet to this invisible ocean. Somewhere someone is breathing slowly in their bed, and their breath is part of this field. Somewhere someone has just released a worry and allowed their shoulders to drop, and that act adds another ripple of ease to the shared calm. All over the world, wherever people are letting go and sinking into rest, they are quietly feeding this same sea of stillness. We are each alone in our own rooms, and at the same time, we are all held by the same night, the same field of restfulness. You belong to this field. You are not separate from it. Your calm is connected to the calm of others. Your quiet breath joins a quiet chorus of sleeping breaths. Your softened body is one more point of peace in this vast shared night. Feel that for a moment we are all held by the same sky, the same mysterious darkness that wraps around our homes, the same gentle turning of the earth that carries us through the hours of sleep. We rest under one vast blanket of night, each in our own way, all of us allowed to let go. You can imagine this field of calm as a very gentle radio station broadcasting only one signal. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. All through the night, that signal hums softly in the background, a quiet, loving tone beneath everything else. Tonight, something in you has tuned to that station, as if a dial inside your chest has turned slowly and deliberately until it clicks into place and finds the sweetest, softest frequency. You don't have to hold the dial. You don't have to check if you're still tuned in. The station is clear, steady, and it stays with you as you drift. You may even sense this as a soft hum in your body, an almost silent vibration of ease in your chest, your belly, your limbs. It doesn't demand your attention. It's just there like a gentle song playing in another room. You don't have to listen closely. You don't have to remember the melody. You only need to know that it's there and that it's for you. You are now tuned to that quiet station of safety and rest. In this field, nothing is demanded of you. You are not asked to be productive, to be impressive, to be strong, or to be clever. You are not asked to fix anything or anyone. You are not asked to solve the day or to rehearse tomorrow. In this sea of calm, you are simply allowed to be. Your only task is to breathe and to receive. The field itself, this ocean of quiet, takes care of the rest. It washes over the edges of your thoughts and smooths them out like waves smoothing the sand on the shore. It moves through your body and softens the tight places like warm water melting ice. Feel how supported you are now. Supported by the bed beneath you. Supported by the room around you. Supported by the night that holds your home. Supported by this vast, invisible field of human rest that surrounds us all. You are not alone inside your tiredness. You are not alone inside your need for sleep. We all share this need. We all share this surrender. And tonight you are fully allowed to sink into it. You can let this awareness be very gentle. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to hold on to the image. Just know that as you drift, you are resting in a sea of calm that extends farther than you can imagine, and you are perfectly welcome there. Your breath joins the rhythm of this sea. Your heartbeat settles into its slow, steady pulse. The field of calm meets you exactly where you are and wraps around you like warm, still water. If any small tension rises, it is met by this softness. If any stray thought appears, it drifts out across this quiet ocean and grows smaller and smaller until it disappears. You don't have to push it away. The field takes it, absorbs it, dissolves it, and you are left with less to hold, less to carry, less to manage. Only this, your body resting, your breath moving, your awareness cradled in something far bigger than yourself. We are all held by the same night sky. We are all carried by the same turning earth. We are all each in our own beds, floating together in this shared silent sea. And you right now are gently tuned to the frequency of rest, allowed to be exactly as you are, and supported completely as you dissolve into sleep. If you like, you can bring your awareness gently to the space behind your forehead, deep in the center of your head. There, in that quiet inner space, you can imagine a tiny star of light, very small, very soft, not sharp or bright or intense, just a little steady glow like the faintest star you can see on a clear night. You don't have to see it clearly. You don't have to strain your eyes or your mind. You only sense that it's there, resting in the darkness behind your closed eyes. A small, kind light. A quiet star that belongs only to you. This star is like your inner awareness, the gentle part of you that watches over you as you drift, the part that knows you are safe, even when you are very far away in dreams. Let that star sit there for a moment, calm and patient. It doesn't flicker. It doesn't rush. It simply exists, held in the stillness inside your head. You may feel the area around your forehead soften just by noticing it. The muscles around your eyes can relax. Your temples loosen. Your scalp releases. The star doesn't need effort. Your face doesn't need effort either. Now imagine that this tiny star begins to dim very slowly, as if someone is turning down a gentle dimmer switch. It doesn't go out. It simply softens. The light grows less like a point and more like a warm, glowing mist. As it softens, its light melts into warmth. The star is becoming a small pool of comfort at the center of your head. Feel that warmth begin to spread. It moves from the center of your head into your forehead, smoothing it from the inside. It drifts down behind your eyes, relaxing them from behind, asking nothing of them. It slides into your cheeks, your jaw, your tongue, your throat. Everywhere the warmth moves, it tells your body you can let go now. You can rest. The warmth flows down the back of your head into your neck, softening the places that hold your head up all day. The muscles along the sides of your neck unwind. The base of your skull loosens. The warm feeling drifts across your shoulders like a soft cloth being laid over them, reassuring them that they don't have to carry anything through this night. From your shoulders, the warmth pours down through your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your hands, and all the way to your fingertips. Your arms feel heavier and more relaxed, as if that gentle warmth is quietly telling them, you are off duty now. There is nothing they need to reach for, nothing they need to do. At the same time, the warmth continues down from your throat into your chest. It moves around your heart, through your ribs, sinking into your lungs. Each breath feels just a little softer as the warmth fills your chest. Then it flows down into your upper back, spreading out along your spine, soothing each small space between the bones, each little place that may have been holding tension without you even knowing. It drifts down into your belly, easing the muscles there, relaxing everything that has been tight or braced. Your abdomen softens. Your lower back releases. Your hips begin to feel heavier, more supported by the bed, as the warmth settles into all the deep places that worked to hold you upright today. The warmth continues to slide down through your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles into your feet and toes. It's as if the last traces of light from that inner star have become a wave of comfort that has washed all the way down through you, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Your whole body is quietly glowing with a very soft, very gentle warmth. Now there is no need to stay up in the head. The little star has given its light to the rest of you. Your attention can follow that warmth downward, away from thoughts, away from images, into the weight of your body, into the softness beneath you, down into your chest, down into your belly, down into your legs, down into the heaviness of your feet. You are sinking from the space behind your eyes into the slow rhythm of your breathing, into the quiet beating of your heart, into the deep, silent comfort of your own body at rest. The inner star is no longer something you have to picture. Its warmth is simply there, everywhere, holding you as you drift lower and lower and lower towards sleep. You have done enough for today. Truly, you have done enough. You are here now, and that is enough. You are breathing. You are lying down. You are letting yourself be supported. There is nothing more this day needs from you. There is nothing more you need to squeeze out of these last moments. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to set everything down. The bed holds your weight with ease. The bed holds your weight with ease. You are safe to rest. You are safe to soften. You are safe to let your body be heavy and your mind be quiet, even if just for a little while. You are safe here. You are allowed to let go now. You are allowed to let go of the day, the conversations, the expectations, the unfinished tasks, the things you said and wish you'd said differently, the things you didn't get to. You are allowed to let them all drift away from you like leaves floating down a slow river. You do not need to hold them through the night. You are allowed to put them down at the edge of this day and walk into the soft darkness without them. It is okay to rest. It is okay not to be thinking about what comes next. It is okay not to be planning, not to be preparing, not to be fixing. It is okay if the day wasn't perfect. It is okay if you weren't perfect. Nothing about this moment of rest requires perfection. This is a place where you are accepted exactly as you are tired or calm, peaceful or messy inside. It is okay to rest. You have done enough for today. Feel those words gently moving through you as if they are being spoken inside your chest. I have done enough for today. I am allowed to stop. I am allowed to rest. Feel how your body responds to that permission, how something in you might loosen even just a little. Your shoulders, your jaw, your belly. You are allowed to rest. You are safe here. Hear it again, more softly now. You are safe here. You are safe in this bed. You are safe in this night. You are safe inside your own breath. The world outside can wait. The demands, the noise, the screens, the messages, they can all wait. In this space, in this moment, your only job is to feel how safe it is to simply be lying here breathing. Nothing else. Quietly inside, I can let this day go. Quietly inside, I can let this day go. I can lay it down. I can release what I didn't finish. I can release what I can't change. I can release how I wish things had gone. I can release the effort. It is okay to rest, even if others are still awake somewhere, even if there are things left undone, even if part of you feels like you should do more or be more. In this moment, the deepest truth is that you are a human being who needs rest. You are a human being who deserves rest. Your body deserves it. Your mind deserves it. Your heart deserves it. It is okay to rest. Let the words begin to feel like your own thoughts, your own gentle voice. I am safe to sleep. I am held and supported. I am allowed to let go. I can let this day go. I am safe here. I am allowed to rest. I'm enough for now. I have done enough for now. I'm safe to drift. Say them inwardly, or simply let them wash over you. If you notice thoughts trying to pull you back into the day, you can answer them with simple kindness. You have done enough for today. You are safe here. It is okay to rest. You are allowed to let go. You don't have to argue with your thoughts. You don't have to push them away. You simply give them this soft answer again and again until they grow quieter, like a child being gently soothed to sleep. If you stop hearing these words clearly, that is perfectly all right. If they start to sound far away or blend into a soft hum, that is a sign that your rest is deepening. You do not have to stay awake to benefit from this. You do not have to remember every sentence. Your deeper mind has already heard what it needed. Your body has already received the message you are safe, you have done enough, and you are allowed to sleep. Even if your thoughts wander off into fragments of dreams, the core of this remains inside you like a quiet pulse. I am safe to sleep. I am allowed to rest. I am held and supported. I can let this day go. The words can fade. The feeling stays. Your body understands. Your nervous system understands. It knows what to do with safety. It knows how to soften into it. You have done enough for today. Imagine those words as a soft blanket being laid over you. You are safe here. Imagine those words as a gentle hand resting on your back, steady and reassuring. You are allowed to let go now. Imagine those words as the lights in a room slowly dimming. It is okay to rest. Imagine those words as the door to the day closing quietly, leaving you in a peaceful, protected space. Let the phrases grow simpler now, softer. You have done enough. You are safe. You can let go. It's okay to rest. Over and over, like a slow tide rolling in and out. I am safe to sleep. I am held and supported. I can let this day go. I am allowed to rest. These are not instructions you have to remember. They are truths you can sink into. If part of you worries about tomorrow, you can gently tell that part. Tomorrow will meet you when you arrive. Right now, you are safe to sleep. If part of you feels you shouldn't rest yet, you can whisper back, I have done enough for today. It is okay to rest. If part of you fears letting go, you can soothe it with, you are safe here. You are held. You are allowed to release. You are safe to sleep now. Feel the weight of that safety in your limbs, in your chest, in the back of your body, where it touches the bed. Feel how the mattress rises up to meet you, how it holds you without question, without condition. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to hold the day. You can let gravity do the work. You can let the bed do the work. You can let the night do the work. You are safe here. You are safe now. You have done enough for today. It is okay to rest. You are allowed to let go. I am safe to sleep. I am held and supported. I can let this day go. I am allowed to rest. Let these words fade in and out like a lullaby that doesn't need to be heard clearly to work its way into your heart. Soon, you may not hear them at all. They might turn into distant echoes or disappear completely beneath the soft waves of sleep. That is exactly what they are meant to do. They are here to guide you to the edge and then let you go so you can drift freely into your own deep, natural healing rest. Imagine once again that you are resting on a soft, gentle cloud high above the world. The cloud is warm and perfectly shaped to your body, cradling every part of you, holding you in a slow, tender embrace. You don't have to do anything to stay on it. You don't have to hold on. The cloud simply carries you. The night sky around you is wide and deep and calm. There is no rush here, no noise, just the quiet presence of stars very far away, like small, steady points of comfort. You can feel the cloud sliding slowly through the sky, so slowly that movement is more a feeling than something you see. A faint sense of drifting, of floating, of being moved without any effort of your own. You are not responsible for where the cloud goes. You are not responsible for what comes next. You are simply the one being carried. The air is cool and kind on your skin, and the vast darkness above you is like a soft ceiling that invites you to close your eyes even more deeply. With each breath, the cloud seems to grow softer beneath you, as if it is thickening and warming, rising up to meet you, filling in every space under your back, your shoulders, your hips, your legs. You become a little heavier with each exhale, sinking slightly deeper into its embrace, while at the same time feeling lighter in your mind, as if your thoughts are gently drifting away into the open sky. You are floating. You are sinking. You are held. If you prefer, you can let the cloud slowly dissolve and feel yourself arriving at a calm shoreline under starlight. You're lying on soft sand, or perhaps on a thick, comfortable blanket laid out just above the water's reach. The air is cool but not cold. The sand beneath you is warm from the memory of the day's sun, releasing its heat now in the quiet of the night. Above you, the sky is full of stars. In front of you, the dark ocean stretches out like a vast sleeping creature, breathing in slow, steady waves. Toward the shore brings with it a little more calm, washing gently over the sand in the distance. Each wave that rolls back out to sea takes with it one more trace of tension, one more old worry, one more fragment of the day. As you listen, you may notice that your thoughts are like small shells at the edge of the water. The waves come, touch them, and gently carry some of them away. You don't have to choose which ones go. You don't have to follow where they're taken. The water decides. The sea knows. You simply lie here safe and still feeling the soft weight of your body on the sand, while the ocean quietly cleans the shoreline of your mind. Or maybe for you, rest feels more natural in a forest, in a small, warm cabin tucked among tall trees. If you like, you can picture yourself there now. Outside, the trees stand as silent guardians, their trunks dark against the night, their tops whispering faintly in the slightest breeze. The forest is calm and ancient and kind. The noises are gentle, maybe the faint rustle of leaves, the quiet chirp of a night insect, the distant hoot of an owl. Nothing harsh, nothing alarming, only the sounds of a world at rest. Inside the cabin, everything is dim and safe. Perhaps there's a low amber glow from a fireplace or a small lamp. The room is warm and soft. The air smells faintly of wood and comfort. The bed here is deep and inviting layers of blankets and pillows that welcome your weight. As you lie down, the bed receives you completely, as if it has been waiting for you all along. The outside world feels far away, like a story you once heard, but don't need to think about now. In this cabin, you are protected, sheltered, wrapped in quiet. You can feel the gentle pressure of the blankets over you, the softness of the mattress beneath you, the way the pillow cradles your head. Each of these sensations reminds your body, you are safe now. You are allowed to rest. The walls of the cabin hold you. The forest surrounds you. The night covers everything like a soft, dark curtain. You are somewhere deep and hidden and safe, where nothing can disturb your sleep. Or perhaps instead of traveling somewhere else, you simply stay exactly where you are and imagine that within the bed you are lying on now, there is an even softer bed hidden just beneath it. As you relax, you slowly begin to sink from this bed into that deeper, softer one. You don't move your body. The feeling just appears. The mattress beneath you seems to open and receive you, as though another layer of comfort has been revealed. You feel yourself sinking into that second bed, then into a third layer, even softer, even quieter, and then a fourth, deeper still. Each layer you sink through is more peaceful than the one above it, more silent, more still. The world of thoughts stays in the higher layers closer to the surface, while you drift downward through softness and warmth, deeper and deeper, leaving the noise behind you, like echoes you can no longer quite hear. Every moment you stay here is like gently descending into a warm pool of quiet. Your mind floats down through calm water, leaving chatter and planning and remembering up at the surface. They're still there far above, but they no longer reach you. Down here, everything moves slowly. Even your thoughts, if they come at all, move like lazy fish, drifting in the dark water, unthreatening, unimportant, fading whenever they wish. You don't have to choose one image. You don't have to follow every scene. The cloud, the beach, the cabin in the forest, the deeper bed, or any other place your mind offers you, whichever one feels easiest, is enough. You might find yourself slipping from one to another, or losing the images altogether and only keeping the feeling. That is more than enough. You don't have to see. You don't have to imagine clearly. You only have to notice how your body becomes heavier, how your breath becomes slower, how your awareness begins to blur at the edges. If a thought arises like, "Am I doing this right?" you can let that thought be like a small boat on a river. The current is already moving. The boat appears. The current catches it, and it drifts downstream and out of sight. You don't have to push it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to make it stay or make it go. The river takes care of it. You return to the feeling of sinking, of floating, of being carried. With each breath, you drift lower into the night. Inhale, and you feel the body receive a soft, quiet energy. Exhale, and you feel yourself slide a little deeper, as if the bed beneath you has become more liquid, more accepting, gently drawing you in. Your arms rest heavier at your sides. Your hands are soft and quiet. Your legs feel long and heavy and completely supported. Your whole back feels as if it is spreading wider into the mattress, dissolving into comfort. You notice that you missed entire phrases. You notice that you missed entire phrases. That is good. This is how the descent works. Part of you drifts ahead into sleep, while another part still hears hints of guidance, like a lullaby heard through a wall. You don't need to catch every note. Only fragments are enough. You can imagine yourself standing at the top of a very soft, very safe slope of sand, like a small dune that leads down to a quiet, hidden cove. You begin to lie down at the top, and gravity slowly pulls you into a gentle slide, your body gliding down the slope, the sand warm and silky beneath you. It's not fast. It's not sudden. It's just a slow, pleasant slide downward carried by the shape of the land. At the bottom is a pool of deep rest, a place where you can disappear into sleep. You don't have to see it. You only know you are moving toward it. Every exhale is another tiny slide downward. Every inhale is a pause, a soft floating. And every exhale is another tiny descent. Down into the bed, down into your body, down into the layers of quiet that exist below thought, below effort, below everything the day has asked of you. You are sinking into the night, now into a place that has been waiting for you since the moment you woke up. If your mind tries to pull you away with images or questions, you can let it talk like a radio in another room, turned down low. You hear the murmur, perhaps, but it doesn't require your attention. The real experience is happening in the heavier, quieter parts of you, the parts that know how to rest without thinking about it. The parts that have been sleeping since you were very small and have never forgotten how. You do not have to follow all these images. You don't have to remember the cloud or the beach or the cabin or the beds within the bed. You don't have to decide which one is best. Whichever your mind has touched is enough. Whichever feeling of safety and softness has appeared is enough. Now you can even let those images go if they want to go, just as you let go of the earlier scenes. Quiet mind. As if someone is slowly. Quiet mind. As if someone is slowly turning down the volume knob on your inner world. Click. A little quieter. Click. A little darker. Click. A little softer. With each tiny turn, you move farther into the cozy darkness of sleep. You are sinking into the night, deeper into comfort, deeper into stillness, deeper into sleep. The words themselves are becoming fewer, more spread out like small islands in a wide sea of silence. You can drift for long stretches without needing to hear anything, just floating in the quiet, wrapped in the darkness held by your own breath. If you notice you are drifting in and out, that is perfect. If your awareness comes and goes, touches a word here, a phrase there, then slides away again into nothingness, that is exactly how this is meant to be. You cannot miss your sleep. It is approaching you from all sides, filling the space around you, soaking into you like warm water, into dry earth. Soon, only the simplest things remain. The weight of your body, the softness of the bed, the soundless rhythm of your breathing, the gentle, familiar darkness behind your closed eyes. Even these may slip out of notice as you cross the threshold into dreams. You are sinking into the night now, deeper, quieter, slower, softer, until even these words are lost in the distance, and all that is left is you held in silence, resting in the deepest, most natural sleep that belongs to you. If this session has helped you feel even a little more at ease, know that you can return to it on any night you choose whenever you want to be reminded that you are safe to rest, safe to let go, safe to sleep. And if you feel gently called to, you can help others rest too. If this has soothed you, you may subscribe and share, so others can also lie down tonight and feel their minds grow quiet, their bodies grow heavy, their hearts feel held. For now, there is nothing left to do, nothing to decide, nothing to fix or improve. The night has already opened its arms around you. You have stepped inside. You can let the remaining words drift into the background like distant whispers from another room. You hear the soft tone, but you don't need to catch each phrase. You don't need to follow the story. The words can blur and fade and dissolve, and you will still be held. If thoughts appear, they can be like small shapes in a fog, present for a moment, then quietly disappearing. You don't have to move them. You don't have to fight them. They simply lose their edges as the fog of sleep thickens around them until they no longer ask for your attention at all. You are allowed to ignore everything now except the simple feeling of being here, breathing, resting, sinking. Your body knows what to do. It knows how to cross the bridge into dreams without your help. Your eyes are already closed. Your muscles are already softer. Your breath is already slow. The process is happening on its own, quietly deep inside you, like a tide flowing in under the cover of darkness. You don't have to guide it. You don't have to watch it. You can let yourself be taken. Imagine these words as a gentle boat that has carried you out into the middle of a calm, dark lake. You are lying in the boat, looking up at a sky that you can barely see, now the stars soft and far away. The boat has brought you here to the safest, quietest part of the water. Now it merely rocks almost imperceptibly while you slip into sleep. The voice that steered you here is not needed anymore. It can grow quieter and quieter and quieter still. If you notice the silence growing longer between phrases, that is intentional, like long breaths of the night itself. Each stretch of quiet is an invitation to drift further away, to care less about language, to care less about thinking, to care less about anything at all. Let your awareness thin out like mist over still water. Here and then, barely here, and then gone. You are safe as you fade, safe as you forget, safe as you slide beneath the surface of waking and into the soft, dark ocean of sleep. All through the night, your body will rest and repair, your mind will sort, and release. Your heart will be held by something wider and kinder than thought. You don't have to stay for that. You can leave it all to your deeper self. The night continues without your attention. The hours move on their own. Your breath flows on its own. Sleep carries you gently forward like a slow river that knows exactly where it's going. You can surrender the last bit of watching, the last bit of listening, the last bit of effort. Let the sound of my voice move farther away, as if it is at the end of a long hallway, then around a corner, then only an echo. You don't need it now. You don't need anything now. Only this, the softness beneath you, the darkness around you, the peace within you. And as everything grows softer, slower, quieter, you drift and drift and drift into your own deep, natural, healing sleep. Now, there is only quiet, only the soft weight of your body, the slow rhythm of your breath, the gentle darkness behind your eyes. Thoughts drift to the very edges of your awareness and then slip away like tiny lights fading in the distance. You don't need to follow anything anymore. You don't need to listen for anything anymore. You are simply here, resting, dissolving into sleep. The night is holding you. Your bed is holding you. Your breath is holding you. You are safe. And as everything grows softer, slower, quieter, you drift beyond these words, beyond this moment, deep into your own silent, natural healing sleep.